Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast on another match day Watchalong. As you can see, I'm already joined by Liam. How you doing, my friend? How's your hangover?
Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm struggling hard, mate. I'm struggling hard.
Oh dear.
And on top of that, I've got baby duties at the moment as well.
Oh, this could be disastrous.
Yeah, exactly. Hangover, looking after the boy, and Arsenal playing away. What can go wrong?
In a London
What can go wrong?
Where we could go 5 points clear again, because obviously Palace being Palace. I'm so fuming of Elise. He done my head. Why did he do that last night? They're doing nothing. They were literally, I don't know who was out last night, but they did nothing.
I didn't see it, mate. I heard about it, and yeah, typical, mate. Typical.
Oh dear. But you know what? The positive side, if we win tonight with 5 points clear, and because Man City in the FA Cup, they don't play in the league next, so we could go into the international break 8 points clear if we play our cards right. But yeah, big news today is Jesus is back in the matchday squad. He's on the bench today, and then Trossard's up front with us. He's back in this matchday squad as well. I think for the first time, Liam, the squad, the bench itself looks threatening. But we've got multiple options now to change the game if we have to.
Yeah, like that's a big boost, ain't it? Like last night, I was thinking both Jesus and Trossard wouldn't be in the team alongside Nketiah, and then you find out this morning that they both are, and it's just a different reflection on the whole team now, isn't it? Like we've seen what Trossard brings to the team anyway, and we've seen that even when he plays up front in that false nine role, he brings out the bit. He's starting to bring out more out of Martinelli as well, isn't he? So as we've seen in the last few games, when Trossard's played, Martinelli's kind of performed. With Jesus coming back, that's going to be a massive, massive boost for Odegaard, Xhaka, and Martinelli for me. He's going to make a lot more things happen, and as long as we can just start filtering him into games and probably get him up to speed by the time we get to Leeds at home, where we got a nice week off, then like we then go into April with hopefully our full strength squad, and that's what we need to get through April. That we need Jesus playing games.
Yeah, well, especially in April, we've got Liverpool away. Who, by the way, as Tom mentioned today, a Liverpool fan approached him today, says he's looking for a good holiday in the UK. Said, and he's told him can't beat Bournemouth.
Yeah, well, that's a weird one in itself, isn't it? Old Bournemouth, old Liverpool, just typical Bournemouth, isn't it?
Oh, but that Liverpool fan that was giving us grief at half time 1-0 down, that was okay. But you can't take it when we give it back to him.
Nah, that's typical Morley for you, though, isn't it? Morley in the mud, that's what I like to call him.
Oh dear, but you'll have to see it. Only Liverpool this season could go to play Man United 1 week, batter them, and then perform like that yesterday. And then Salah, did you see the penalty that he missed?
More to the point, 3 penalties we didn't get given last week,
and that was given.
And that was given, and the bloke who went to the camera, the monitor to give it was the same guy who was in the VAR box the week before, not giving the penalties.
Yeah,
you just can't make it up, can you?
Yeah. That's how you couldn't make it up. You literally couldn't make it up. But yeah. For the first time this season, I'm nervous. It's good nerves I'm having. I'm more settled nerves, especially knowing that Trossard and Jesus are in the squad as of last night and all that.
Yeah. I just think now.
Do we get the win today? Do we actually do the job and not mess about and sort our defence out as well?
Well, you look at that team, mate. There's we can't sit there and blame anyone else but ourselves if we don't win the game today, because that is Jesus less who's on the bench, our full strength team, and this is where we need to be at this time in March, to have that full strength team now and Jesus back on the bench going into mid-March is a brilliant situation to be in, and we should be confident to be going to Fulham and winning. So we should be confident that we can go and put down another marker, because we've gone to Leicester, we've gone to Aston Villa. The questions have been asked each time. The questions were definitely asked last week at home to Bournemouth. But they keep answering them, don't they? The team keep answering them. And now we're looking at that bench, and now we're sitting there saying to ourselves, bloody hell, do you know what I mean? We could bring on any of them 4 players there forwards, Jesus, Nelson, Smith Rowe, and Vieira, and around the rest of the team, I think they were performing this team. I do think they were performing this team. So I think it's a really good place to be in now. And yeah, like it's so important to win the next two games. So I think if we win our next two games, Man City got to go to Man City, and okay, Liverpool lost yesterday, but it's typical Liverpool. But it is typical to go to Man City and beat Man City. And if anyone's got a team and an attack to go and beat Man City, it's Liverpool. You know what? We could be potentially by that point 11 points clear if we play the next 2 weeks. And that's why these 2 weeks are so important. And to not get 3 points today will be really, really disappointing because that team is close to being our best lineup.
Yeah. So, 100%. Talking about, obviously, our next opponents next week, Crystal Palace. Tom's put in the chat. Crystal Palace are the first team since the 03-04 season not to have a shot on target with three games in a row. I mean, it's time is everything for us, and it's just everything that's falling into place in terms of returning players coming back in. We're playing a team out of form that's not doing anything against anyone attacking wise. Don't that worry you though?
Don't that worry you a little bit? Like
I'm more. I worry for you because you're gonna be there next week.
Yeah, we struggled against them for a few years now at home. Let's be honest, we haven't beaten them at home for about a good 3 years. I think last time we beat them was that 4-1 when it was 4 up in the first 25 minutes. So I just always worry about things like that. But then when I look at this team and I look at it and I think as long as we go and play our game carefully against Sporting Lisbon on Thursday, we should go and dispatch Palace. But they're just one of these teams that until we beat them, I'm not going to guarantee anything because they've not got a bad record.
Game by game and all, especially title race as well, the pressure for title race.
And they're dangerous on the counter-attacks. If you go 1-0 down against the worst situation against Crystal Palace is going behind against them because they'll then have the likes of Saha, Eze, Elise, and all them lot just counter-attacking you. And that's where we've struggled over the last couple of years if we've gone 1-0 down against them. But look, they're a totally different team this year. They won't have Lukonga next week either, will they? Because he won't be able to play.
No, he's what's the name? Because he's obviously where his parent club.
Right,
so he can't play. Yeah,
it's interesting, isn't it? Like in January, I was saying if we beat Tottenham and Man United, I'm really confident we'll win the league. Then we did it, and then we had a little bit of a slip up. And I said if we won't beat Aston Villa and Leicester away, then I'm getting confident again. Now I'm sitting here going, if we beat Fulham and Palace.
Let's get to the international break. Still 5 points, 8 points clear.
Yeah, and that's how it's going to go to the end of the season. That's because Man City ain't going to go away nowhere. We know Man City are not going to go away nowhere. I don't particularly rate Man City this year, but at the end of the day, they've got the T-shirt, haven't they? And I think.
They've got the team. They've got the experience in terms of players. The bulk of them have been here and done it before, but Liverpool the last few years. But as I said last night. Penalty aside, that was gifted to him because at least he was being a prat for some reason, and they did what he did. They were. It was literally like watching Man City v Forest the other week when they literally had chance after chance. They just wasted everything. And why did something happen? It was nothing. It was setting up for City like yesterday until that penalty came along. And what annoyed me even more is only when Palace went 1-0 down, they started to come out a bit more and attack. But it's like 50 minutes to go. It's like you really taking the mick now. But look, it is what it is. As you say, this Man City team got. Someone said on Twitter last night they want Man City to be out of the Champions League because they won last night. I'm like, no, we need. Like you've said before, we need them to be in the Champions League as long as possible.
Yeah,
keep that distraction there. Hopefully they do get through this week. They get a bigger game, a bigger test in the next round. Distracts them, so somebody come to play us. They could be dropping points left, right, and centre, hopefully, and we just do our bit.
I think we need them. I think we need them and Chelsea. I'll be more happy to see Chelsea get far again because
we got no Chelsea through anyway. So
yeah, but we got them back in of April, and it's still not an easy game. Chelsea, they've gone and spent 600 million. Do you know what I mean? Like if they get their 11 together by the end of April, that becomes a tricky game as well. But good thing is that we've both got Chelsea pretty much the same time. The way I'm looking at things right now is right. If Liverpool go to Man City and beat Man City, right, we can afford then to lose to Liverpool. We can afford to go and lose to Liverpool, and it will still be 5 points. And that scraps one massive game out of the way that we were all worried about. And that's the worst case. It's not the best case scenario, because the best case scenario is that we beat them, they lose to them. But an ideal situation would be if we were to lose to Liverpool and Liverpool beat Man City as well, then do you know what? That takes out a massive game, and we'd still have that kind of 5 to 8 point cushion. And it's all about now, isn't it? Just filtering down games and seeing where you are game by game, and what's the point deficit, and what can you afford and what can't you afford. Do you know what I mean? And I just think if we can get to the last 3 games, if I look at the last 3 games, I look at it and I think we should get 9 points out of 9. Like Brighton won't have nothing. I don't think Brighton will have anything to play for. We know Brighton are a bit of a bogey team for us, but we should be beating them at home. Forest away won't be easy, but you know what? If it means we're going to go for the title, then we should be getting the 3 points there. And Wolves won't. I don't see Wolves going down personally, but I hope by that point Wolves got nothing to play for.
I think they'll be saved by them, Wolves.
But if you look at their last 3 games, mate, Everton away won't be easy. Chelsea at home won't be easy. Brentford away.
Yeah. Two of them teams you just mentioned are going for European spot. Well, could be in Europe. Well, Chelsea could be still in Europe, be a European final, maybe, hopefully, in one sense. Because they keep, I don't know. But either way, they might be starting to fight for themselves in terms of pride, especially being the last away game for Chelsea of the season under Potter, and trying to redeem themselves after the FA Cup exit back in January. Brentford will be fighting for European spot, be it Europa League or Conference, and Everton are fighting for their lives.
I'll tell you, they're not 3 easy games whatsoever. So if we can get some kind of margin of still being ahead at that point, then do you know what? I'm sitting there thinking, this is when I'm starting to think that we can do it. Do you know what I mean? That's when I'll start believing we can do it. But still a little bit early for me at the moment. It's a distant dream, but
we did this last year in terms of the top 4. We got excited. 10 days ago we got it, and look what happened. So we're game by game still.
And let's be honest, right? April the 1st last year, wasn't it? I think it was, or April
Palace,
something. Palace. We had Todd Partey fit at that point. We had Tierney fit. Bang, they both got injured. Our season then went downhill from that moment. And I know we picked it back up again to beat United, Chelsea, and West Ham, but it's not even April yet. So you got to expect anything, and we just need to play game by game now. Get to about the 30. As I said, between 32 and 36 games, and then you decide: are you in a title race, and have we got a chance to win it? And then we can start proper dreaming that we can win it. But I think till now, mate, we just got to keep professional and keep doing what we're doing.
Oh, exactly. And BX in chat, big up to BX. He says 10 wins to win the league. He believes that by last 12.
Depends. I'm hoping only 9. I'm hoping only 9. It all depends, don't it? It could be 9 if you beat Man City.
Man City's results, really, on that side of things. As long as we keep doing what we're doing, it depends on how many points Man City drop.
I think we are going to have to win between 8 to 10 games at least. Between 8 to 10, we're going to have to win, because we know Man City got pedigreed, and that's not an easy ask. That's not an easy ask whatsoever.
Not for the youngest. Again, for the youngest team in the league for second year in a row.
No, that's not an easy ask, mate. So do you know what I mean? But I do agree. I think 8 to 10, potentially 9.
The one thing we didn't have last season was the know-how that Zinchenko's obviously. Jesus, we've got we've got Jorginho as well, that's been there with Chelsea as well in terms of winning trophies and getting over the line, be it domestic or on the European standings. That could be the difference for us, them 3 players.
Well, I think if you see Jorginho last week on the sideline, mate, like to have a player to come into your club and start doing what he's doing on the sideline, right? Within a month of being in the club, I think that speaks high volumes of the guy, and just shows what a champion he is. Like he's getting some game time and he's had some success already. But to come in and do that last week and just kind of coaching from the sideline, wasn't he? Basically, with his experience, that's invaluable. That's invaluable. Like Mikel Arteta didn't have that a month ago. He didn't have that kind of player to do that. Where he's got that player now in the dressing room doing that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how priceless is that? Something that we don't usually see but he's
It's something
got
we haven't
into
had
the
for
club.
years. It's something we haven't had for years.
Yeah. Like the geezer's a winner. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we absolutely hated watching Chelsea do what they do, but he is a winner. He's gone and won the Champions League. He's gone and won the Euros with Italy. Do you know what I mean? He's gone and won the Super Cup. He's gone and won the World Championship Cup. He's gone and won the UEFA Cup. He's got massive pedigree, and he knows how to do the job, and he knows how to see it through. And for them youngsters to kind of tap into that experience and get that kind of support from him could be the difference by the end of the season.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, as you say, what do you think? Pretty much the majority of our fan base are losing their minds on deadline day over Jorginho. Yeah. He's come in, shut him up. He's done a job when called upon. And as you said, you was at the game last week, and you were at that end of the stadium where he was there barking all, helping direct the team, getting them through them moments basically. Like you said, it's priceless. And as I said, when was the last time up to this season, when was the last time we could say we've got multiple leaders, we've got one leader, we've got multiple leaders now in our team? Even Bobby agrees. He wasn't back then.
Yeah, like I think we're talking invincibles. I'm being totally honest, with you, mate. I think we're talking when you had your Patrick Vieira, your Sol Campbells, the Jens Lehmann, your Thierry Henry's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like, I look at like the Per Mertesacker. I didn't really see Koscielny as a captain anyway. If I'm being totally on the show. But no, I think since the Invincibles, we haven't had this amount of experience. I think that shows you when you have these kind of leaders and you have that bit of experience in your team, this is the levels that you can get to.
Yeah.
And this is why, mate, right? This is why my biggest issue always has been with Arsenal, right? And especially with the era with Wenger and all that. If we'd gone and got at least one or two experienced players in the years we had Fabregas and all that lot, right? We would have never lost them players. We'd have never lost them players because do you know what? We would have won loads more stuff.
Well, what was it? There's back in the lockdown, Fabregas did a podcast for, I think, what podcast it was for, one of the big guys in the Arsenal community, Arseblog or something like that. I need to double check actually. But basically, he did a full-on interview with the guy, and Fabregas said the year before he left, Arsenal were talking to Xabi Alonso, and it was on Fabregas's recommendation. Now imagine if we'd got them at the last minute, they pulled out for whatever reason, financial reasons or whatever, they pulled out. Imagine if we'd got some Xabi Alonso in that midfield. Look at that midfield we had at the time, Fabregas and all that. Xabi Alonso at the time would have been a big difference maker in our team.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, he'd have been a world-class actor, wouldn't he? Like,
and coming from Liverpool as well, one of our rivals, that would have been a massive statement as well.
But do you know what? If we'd have had David Dean at that time, Xabi Alonso deal would have gone through.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Them kind of deals, Luis Suarez would have gone through at that point if we had had David Dean, who would have got the deal through. This was the difference. We couldn't get deals through the line, could we? We'd get to a certain point.
Gazidis doing the deals instead.
You just think the difference Xabi Alonso would have made to that centre midfield. Like, it would have been ridiculous, wouldn't it, really? Like, even if we'd gone out and got like someone like Gary Cahill at the time, do you know what I mean? Instead of Mikel Silvestre. Like, just them kind of deals, weren't it? Like, what did he cost in the end, Cahill? About 13 million?
Something like that from Bolton, yeah.
Yeah, it was wrong decision making. But what we're seeing now is, and another thing that I really like what Arsenal are doing now, is that Arsenal are going to the Premier League and buying people's kind of really good players, like their best players. Do you know what I mean? So we're going into Premiership clubs now and buying players. We wouldn't have done that back in the day. We've always gone into Europe to get them, and I think that makes a big difference when you've got players like Ben White, Trossard, who's just come in, who knows the Premier League inside out. It's just a difference, isn't it? Like what you're bringing in, like they know the league. Aaron Ramsdale, for example, do you know what I mean? Yeah. All them kind of players there, right, that know the Premier League and know what to expect week in, week out, and you haven't got to wait a year to kind of let them blossom into the Premier League.
And also like Ramsdale, Ben White, and all that, because Ben White was criticised when we bought him in for £50 million.
Yeah.
Young, they're both, all the players, majority of these players we're bringing in, they're young, hungry, they want to win, and not just young, hungry, and just want to get Champions League. Like we've got the rhetoric that's been shoved down our throats since we moved to the Emirates. They actually want to win the major trophies. They want to compete. And we saw it in the documentary. We could go over that documentary every now and then, but that documentary showed all the characteristics of the Ramsdales, of the Ben Whites, of the Sackers, Smith Rowe, Partey's, and all that. And Xhaka as well, how important they are and how they all come together, basically. Even Martinelli, who's playing today, the team's all out, by the way, doing a little stand before they did a handshake and all that.
We probably want to Iceberg now.
Yeah.
No, you're right, mate. And do you know what? We've got the biggest champion, in my eyes, right? We've got the biggest champion of a youngster in Mold Saka. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got elite mentality. Like, look at the message he put out there that time when he said that your Arsenal fans deserve more. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you look at even him then, to where he is now, but look at where Arsenal were to where Arsenal were now. Like, he was just a boy then still. He was just a boy in a team. I'm watching now, mate. I don't see him as a youngster. I don't see him as a young player. I see him as like one of the best players, not just at Arsenal, but in the Premier League.
Yeah, and that's crazy. You think he's 21 with what you just said? That's absolutely mental. But it seems, because of how young he burst on the scene, it seems like he's been around for years now. But the responsibilities he's taken on from day dot.
Well,
he's just gone.
He played left back, didn't he? Look at his stats when he played left back. Like double assists, weren't there? Double figured assists. About 4 or 5 goals in that. Between 3 and 5 goals that season. Like, that was him at 17 years old, and now we've got him playing right wing, which is obviously his best position. The bloke's a monster. He's going to be an absolute monster. Like, he's nowhere near his capability yet of where he's going to end up in football because of his mentality. Just because of his mentality alone. Bobby's definitely for the game, isn't he, mate? He loves it. He loves being on screen as well. I've noticed this. He loves being on the laptop.
We put him on the other day. He's literally just staring down the camera like,
yay.
Just perked up a bit. He's like, yay.
He's starting to focus on the game and everything now as well.
Yeah, I'm literally watching him. I'm literally looking at him. He's looking at the TV screen.
He's focused to the TV, mate.
Let's hope Leno doesn't have a world-class master performance like our previous goalkeepers do.
Let's hope he throws one in for us. Bobby will be our talisman.
Who's there?
If we win the league this year, he's our talisman.
Yeah, exactly.
He's our talisman. He just come along after the season finished. And he was like, "No, we ain't having this. Arsenal now are going to be Premier League champions for the years to come." Didn't you? Elite mentality.
Yeah. Bobby's a true star of this channel. Well,
you ready for the game?
And we're off. There we go. Come on, Arsenal. Score predictions, by the way. I'm going to go for 3-1 Arsenal.
I'm going to go. Do you know what? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'm going to go 2-0.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for. It'd be really nice to keep a clean sheet again.
Yeah. If we keep Mitrovic quiet in terms of no threat, we'll be fine, and then we'll get the clean sheet. It's just obviously we saw last. Oh, bloody hell, Ref.
I think if Odegaard plays, if we can get a decent performance out of Odegaard, mate, then
yeah,
I see him as a difference maker today.
I'm so happy he's back as well, because that was key for us having him back as well. Because otherwise, there's a lot of pressure to put on Smith Rowe as well, just coming back in.
Have you seen that stat though? I didn't know today. A bit of a shit stat, to be fair. Marco Silva's never lost at home to Arsenal.
Yeah, what was it? They said once they beat us with Everton under Unai Emery, and came back against Arsenal with Watford back in that 4-2 and all that.
Yeah, I remember that bloody game.
I hate that away kit as well. That's the season that blue kit, the Puma. It looked like Ben Davies' training kit. I just couldn't stand it. Adamina, get it.
Get it.
Are you talking?
Leave it there.
He's really focused, mate.
Yeah, he's literally
focused. He's definitely going to be on games years coming.
Baby will. As Steve saying in the chat, Bobby will be running this channel within a year.
Be running me, I know that much. running my bank account.
Bobby was like Europa League, pooed himself. That's what I think of Thursdays.
Yeah, we need to see the back of Thursdays. To be fair,
I'm sick of it now.
oh yeah, like
I think Thursday will be the first European game I've gone to this season at home. Just because
that was bad,
it became so normal to us. It's like I'm bored of it. Like, yeah.
yes, the games are just shite, isn't they? As well, let's be honest. Like even the game the other night, no one really cares, do they? I'll stick by what I said. Like the players ain't. I don't think the players' minds are totally in it. It might do if we get into the semi-finals, but yeah, I'm just sick of it now, mate. I'm sick of Thursday football. It's just like the group stages are shit, in there. You're playing like no overs.
Look, your team, like, with all due respect, if you're a team of Arsenal standing Man United or whoever of that ilk, you're guaranteed to walk the group basically, or win the group and get out of it with ease.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no competition. Football was a couple of years back in the lockdown season. We won every single game. It was just like, but it wasn't really. We weren't really tested. It was just like, at least Champions League, no matter what, we finish. If we win this league or win the Europa League and go to the top pot or second pot or whatever, it's got to be a decent group.
Yeah, exactly. Like people sit there and go, "Oh, well, you won't be able to cope." Like if you can't do it in the Champions Europa League, but firstly, we don't really care about the Europa League, and secondly, like we're rotating. If we go to the Champions League, we're not going to rotate. Do you know what I mean? As much, but we're going to get better players in as well.
Exactly, and also back when we was in the Champions League, like you said there, just said the other night, when we were in the Champions League, that's what we did. It was literally Tuesday or Wednesday. We would go, even in the group stages, we would go full strength, knowing at the weekend we weren't getting forced to play on Sunday.
Yeah,
we go full because of the depth of our squad we had. We would still go full strength again, unless there was a fatigue situation where we missed a play or whatever.
I'm looking forward to getting back in Champions League. Just, I think the biggest thing for me is like we start attracting better players. Do you know what I mean?
It shows how serious we are going forward in terms of it's not just a pipe dream, not just saying it for the sake of it. We actually are being serious in terms of where we want to be.
Yeah, like we can get someone like Declan in. Yeah. It's just, I think it's just a game changer. Do you know what I mean? Like you can afford to then kind of rotate him and Partey. Like in the Champions League and Premier League, and they both know it, Europe and the Premier League inside out.
So yeah, apparently the stats come up on the screen. Arsenal are third in the list of most goals conceded since January in the Premier League. Forest and Man United. Forest and Man United have conceded more. So we know we need to sort that out. But look at the teams we played start of the year as well. That was always going to be an issue in terms of our defence being tested.
Enjoy it, aren't you?
They literally put every man behind the ball and try and counter us. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, is this going to be another kind of like frustrating game?
But again, that's when you're in a title race. Even if we're playing teams that have got nothing to fight for, this is what's going to happen. They're going to sit back and try and contain the frustration, not make it easy for you.
That's the problem with this league, isn't it? Like, no game's easy. Like, look at Bournemouth last week. I was sitting in the pub, people talking about 4-5-0, and I'm sitting there thinking, do you know what? I know what we're like on a 3 o'clock game. I didn't expect it to be that kind of game, but you can't foresee going to any game thinking that this game's won.
No.
And that includes the likes of Bournemouth, Southampton. Do you know what I mean? Anyone really? Every game's hard in its own mentality way. Enjoying it. They do set up well over at Fulham, don't they? Like this is the difference between Lisbon last week. Like Lisbon all over the place. Like if we was playing a Premier League game with them, we'd have scored like at least 4 goals.
Oh yeah.
And look, they're all in their shape.
Yeah, the only reason Lisbon are still in the tie because we gifted them 2 goals. 2 sloppy moments, gifted them goals, and that was it.
Yeah, it was a shame, mate.
Otherwise, it'd be tie over. Doesn't it? Take Saka out, yeah. Just wind him, or don't, yeah.
No, mate.
Getting injured. Yeah, Candle's saying as well, don't forget we've got El Neni to still come back next year.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, they've got to be off there.
Yeah.
That's a shit ball. Well, to be fair, it weren't bad. It just needs to be a little bit more, little bit less more pace. I'm sure a few of them offside there, though. Yeah, look.
Yeah, looks like it.
I do think put a lot of pressure on Leno, though.
Mm.
We know sometimes his passing can be a little bit wayward.
Bobby started the Saliba chant.
Oh, don't talk to me about tequilas, Jesus.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh,
I saw
mate.
last night, like, bloody hell.
Yeah, you could say everyone's worse for wear this morning.
Yeah, I'm going to message Jonesy later on, wish him a birthday and all that. But let him recover, let him have a line.
Yeah, I reckon he's hanging today. He told me a bad stat that Arsenal never won on his birthday. I was like, I didn't need to know that either.
For God's sake. Need that like a hole in the head.
Yeah, I was like, thanks for that.
Hopefully they change that today then anyway. Touch wood.
Yeah.
Go, go.
Unlucky. He was unlucky there.
Yeah. At least he stayed on the fight. He didn't just go, okay, you have it. He went for the fight.
This is the best I've seen us, right, in terms of like composure as well, like defensively. Like we're so comfortable on the ball at the back.
Yeah.
I don't think I've never seen us with so many players that are so comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, they're pressing us at the moment in certain areas, and we're just going, okay, pop it to someone else.
Yeah.
Say that, we'll give it away now, you watch.
Why do you let it run?
Got a throw in though, somehow.
Yeah.
When is it your birthday? Because Russ is saying in the chat, Arsenal never won on his birthday either. But I'm saying I want to know when his birthday is.
Yeah, do I want to know when his birthday is? That was. Don't tell me your birthday's between March and May.
I might cry.
Hopefully he tells us in June or something like that, and that's why.
We're playing first on my birthday this year, away.
I've
never had an issue.
What day is that? 20th or 21st?
20th.
I get married on 19th.
So you're going to have to hang over.
That if we were in the semi-finals, that would get pushed back to Sunday. That game, won't it?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we're in the semi-finals.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I won't. There's no way I'll be streaming that day, mate. Well, as it goes, that's probably a lie. To be fair, if we're about to win the league,
Depends on the situation, basically.
yeah, basically. I'm hoping it's a Sunday, and we're. Oh, good tackle.
What I like about this team as well is that they don't panic at any point. Even like we saw last week, they're not panicking. They're not just throwing the ball in the box for the sake of it. There's a thought process. To what they're
Oh
doing.
shit! No, yeah.
Said that and they give it away. I'm going to shut up now.
Oh, we should have done better. Now, who was that? Should have done better there, Trossard.
Yeah.
He was just stronger in him there, weren't he? Stronger in the sprint and then that. Don't want to fucking give him these fucking free kicks, mate.
Mitrovic and all that, yeah.
God, he got 12 goals.
Oh, they would throw that down, wouldn't they? Yeah.
Cool, we got 11 goals in set pieces. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Easy. Go on. Ooh.
Oh,
Win it back, win it back. Oh, flung back in. Whoa. Well spotted by the ref there. No, a bit soft. I'd say it's soft. Either way, he's still fit over the bar anyway. You watching the girls tonight?
what time is it on? 6:30.
6:45 kickoff.
Who they got?
Reading at home.
Should be an easy game at Sheffield, shouldn't it?
Yeah, should be. That's a point. That's a one sec. You check the Chelsea. See how Chelsea United are going. WSL. What's up?
Oh, mate.
Chelsea winning 1-0. 5 minutes to go plus injury time.
How long to go?
5 minutes plus injury time.
Good result for them, innit? That probably sealed the league title.
They put, as it stands, they're top by 3 points.
3 points.
They'll be, as it stands, Chelsea are top with 38. United will be second on 35. City got 33. And we've got 2 games in hand, and we've got 29 points, but we've got 2 games in hand. One of them will be playing tonight, obviously. And the other one is against Brighton. At some point.
Oh, great ball.
Go on. Oh,
yes! Own goal. Yes,
Take
Bobby
him
boy.
all day long.
Not celebrating raw. Who was that? Was that Trossard who put that ball through?
I think it was Trossard to Martinelli, yeah.
Mate, that is an unbelievable pass.
Big up there, boys.
fuck off.
Always going to be checked with offside, one sec.
He's offside, mate.
Bloody hell.
Oh, he might not be,
It's going to be a close one. It is going to be very, very close. Yeah, the person that scored the own goal might have kept Martinelli on. Robinson, or whatever his name is.
I think he's
It's
on.
close. It's close. It'll be like toe line if that.
Oh, fuck off. We need this.
They are zooming in. That's all I'm saying. Come on.
We need this.
It looks on. It looks on from the angle we're watching. Until they put them lines in. Why zoom in? Oh, do my head in. The longer this takes,
I don't know. I've got a bad feeling it's going to be a fraction off here.
it's got to be something like that. Taking so long. Just give us our lines this week, please. Offside lines, really. Anyone gets smart in the chat.
I think he's off, mate.
The way they oh yeah, there you go. Knee. His knee's off.
Sake.
Scoreboard then.
Shit.
Oh, God. Don't worry, just let it continue. As in,
fucking lines come out today, don't they? The lines come out today, mate.
Of course. You know what? Just don't let it get them down. Anything just shows we can get in it. We can fix that defence anyway. Just keep going. Keep plugging away.
On an hangover, mate.
Keep plugging away. Even Tom's This game has no effect on Tom's status in Leeds, and even he's not happy. I think when it's that close, it's just give the benefit. They should give the benefit of the doubt to the attacker there when it's that close. But hey, call me biased and all that. Keep the concentration levels, lads. Don't start throwing bodies all over the place for the sake of it.
We just don't get no fucking luck, mate, with VAR, do we? In terms of obviously the penalties and things. Nothing ever comes our way on that one.
Chris is in the chat, says 1-0 Villa at London Stadium, Ollie Watkins.
Oh, mate, West Ham could be in trouble. Go on.
Go on, again, have a shot. Go on. Oh, you jammy.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Why did you slip?
Do you know what? It helped, didn't he, slip weirdly?
Oh, dear.
Oh. I don't need this today, mate. I don't need it. Fucking offside.
Come on, lad. Come on. Come on, Saliba. Gabriel, one of you. Oh, that was poor. Another corner. Better corner. Trossard needs to sort his corners out. Stefan saying West Ham could be on the slip. I think that.
West Ham and Palace, mate, I tell you.
I think the two West Ham's in more trouble, but Palace need to start scoring themselves. But yeah,
I think Palace. The only thing Palace is they're going to have rid of all their hard games.
Yeah. Oh my God, Sky have lost a commentary. they've lost a commentary, so it's now gone back to the studio where the anchor's taking charge of the commentator of the game, basically. I think, as I say, the longer West Ham stick with David Moyes because of what he's doing in Europe, I think they could go. I honestly think they'll go. That benefits us because also we're after Declan.
Right. That would be a shock if they go, isn't it?
Massive.
Yes!
Come on.
Yes!
Gabriel.
Hey, disallowing that one, pal.
Rule that one for offside. Come on.
There'd be a foul on a player. Ben White be holding the goalkeeper's hand.
All I'm going to say is the anchor as well is doing a poor job of commentating, by the way. That's all I'm saying. I swear to God, let's check this again. They're going to check this, I'll cry.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with that,
mate. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, what a header.
2 goals against them now, Gabriel.
Yeah. And to think all the stick he got to start the season as well.
Are we winning? Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm not crying yet, Dad, so I don't know.
I shouldn't say this. No, not yet. Not yet. He's so well behaved, isn't he?
He's got you. I think he's come accustomed to him now. It's like, yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah, it's a shame you didn't have me on for Aston Villa, mate.
That's what you told me.
That game's historic now, isn't it? Really?
It's tied to you for life. Villa away for life. It's tied to you. Oh dear.
Like, to be fair, Fulham have let us play, mate, at the moment. Like,
Yeah, a bit weird one. As I say, they're sat at home. It's like watching Leicester the other week. They just sat back.
I know. I just hope we
Let's have
don't
the
go
ball.
Leicester away, mate, and just sit on the one goal. Yeah, I'd rather have a Gabriel goal than an own goal anyway.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Go and put the goal score on as well. So yeah. Go on, Saka, go.
Oh, Saka, man!
3-on-1 though, so I kind of the support for him came too late. He needed that bit.
Fucking hell, Ramsdale, fucking shit me up then.
He is fucking mental when it comes to getting that ball pinpoint though. Go on, Gabby, go on. More like it. It's just more like it. Come on.
Need to get this game fucking put to bed early, mate.
Yeah. Oh dear.
We don't do them kind of things over here, do we?
Well, look, especially at
Look,
home.
he's like me. He's even got his chewing his fingers now. You worried, mate?
No, Dad, we're going to win the league. Don't worry.
Are we going to win the league?
Oh, dear. I do it. Oh, bit scrappy. Well done. Go on, have a shot. Oh!
Where did that come from, mate?
I think that if that had gone in, that would have.
Fucking hell, mate! See the way the ball moved, though.
I know.
Watch the ball move. Jesus.
Our defender, everyone. That's our defender.
What a bit. Probably that's the best bit of business. Oh, what's his aim done, weren't it?
Yeah.
Poor Sky a bit slow on the old intake of goals, isn't he?
Isn't bad.
I tell you what, our dominance, right? It's so dominating that I haven't even seen Party play much.
Yeah, it's just sort of gone past games like Don't want to speak too soon though because they're pressing.
Because I think this is the kind of game here. If you did concede, mate, the game would just change on his head. That's why we need that second.
Yeah.
And
look how cool that was to beat the press there. Go on, Granite. Come on. Trust us on that. Go on. Oh. Cut back in. Go in. Oh. Go on. Yes!
2-0. 2-0. 2-0, boy. Mate, what the fuck is that defending all about?
Come on.
This is a fucking first half.
Where was this last week against Bournemouth?
Mate, look at that ball from Ben White. Like, fucking hell. Please stay on. Yeah.
Yeah, Trossard's on.
What the fuck is this defending about? What the hell is that defending about, mate? Mate, that's awful. He doesn't even go on with him.
No, he just literally got okay. It feels as soon as he feels Martinelli, he just gives up.
That's a shocking goal to concede.
12 goals for Martinelli as well.
Actually, I just can't believe that goal. Like, yeah, mate. Are you winning? Oh, stop that party. Stop that, mate. This is liquid at the moment. This reminds me a little bit of in the first half, Tottenham away.
Oh, yeah. Back in January, yeah. All the ball and doing everything, yeah.
Like, just literally.
West
Mate,
Ham equalised.
I know I keep saying it. I've got to get another. But to get to 3, mate, then you'd sit there and think, you know what?
Full time in the WSL for Chelsea v Man United. Chelsea won 1-0. Sam Kerr with a goal.
West Ham level, mate.
Yeah, I'm just checking that now. See who scored. Saeed Benrahma from the penalty spot. It's amazing how Martinez can suddenly go from being the penalty saving master to suddenly, since the World Cup, going out the window. Kieran was saying, get the goal difference up, score 9 or 10. We score 9 or 10. We've got better goal difference in fucking City, and that's saying something.
I think we just got to get his fucking third and then put game to bed then.
Yeah, get the third and then come, second half around the 65th.
Don't cause yourself no anxiety concerns then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, around 65th, 70th minute, been on Zay's for 20 minutes or so, and then give him a run out.
Always what worries me in these kind of games, yeah, right? It's all good when you're winning, yeah, but once you concede a goal, because it's so comfortable at the moment, it just changes the whole complexion, don't it?
Yeah. I thought this would be a tougher game, to be honest. I know they're missing their key midfielder through suspension, but I thought they'd still give us a game like they did at the Emirates.
Yeah. Well.
Especially with the home crowd and all that. Even their crowd has been quiet.
Oh, here you go. Fuck.
Playing that.
Well, that's all right.
Well done.
Yeah, to be fair, though, I think we've been fucking superb in this first half. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes it's about how good we're playing. Like, we've actually scored 3 goals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the first half hour. And obviously one's been disallowed, but I think we've gone there and played them well. But I think we're so set up for away from home as well. Yeah. I think we're so set up to play away from home. With the pace that we've got.
In terms of the Arsenal Mystics comments, Martin scored a couple headers this season.
He's got.
Go on.
Yeah, he's got the capability to score headers, mate. Like we see that when he first comes to the club.
I think our first goal of the season was a Martinelli header as well against Palace.
Do you remember Forest in the Carabao Cup? He scored there.
Cup he first arrived, yeah. Teeny with the cross and all that.
Yeah, like he's got the capability of that. I just don't like him centrally. I've got to be honest. I think like he offers so much more from the left, and can offer what you want from a player if he goes into a central kind of position.
Oh, Big Jug is that the game. I'm assuming that's his son with an Arsenal baseball cap on.
Yeah. Oh, Ben White.
Yeah, Tom, we're not Leeds. We're not going to throw away 2-0 lead. We're not Bournemouth either. Touchwood.
Yeah.
Did you watch Match of the Day last night, by the way?
No, I was out.
This morning, sorry.
What was it like?
I've only seen. Going by what the news was. It was because the news, like Sky News and all that. As he said in the group that Sky News are absolutely loving this. They basically got a guy reporting on it, and basically, yeah, no match. The Match of the Day theme tune wasn't even played out. It's literally like, sorry if we can't give you a normal Match of the Day experience, but this is what we've got. Bye. And it literally just goes. No, when Sky put their Sky put the highlights up on YouTube and all that. But they had the put like 2 teams, what the score was into the game. No commentary.
Yeah.
So weird. It was like what it may as well have been there. Yeah, it's weird. It just didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't feel right at all.
Yeah.
20 minutes as well. Usually, what was an hour and a half show, they did it in 20 minutes. Because no interviews. No one did any interviews with them either.
Oh, yeah, of course not. Yeah, of course not. They didn't have the interview. People doing interviews, did they?
No,
Surprised the commentators even turn up.
no, they didn't. That's what I'm saying. There's no commentators, no nothing. It was just the sound of what was being played out as if you was at the game.
Oh, so no commentators turn up?
No.
Wow.
Even today's game, the game was the WSL game between Chelsea and Man United. No pundits, no nothing basically turned up. So they had to rely on the footage from the FA player and all that. Basically, the cameramen for the FA player and all that to be able to show the game.
Do you know what interested me on that though? Like in terms of all that, yeah, right. It made me laugh. I see the Prime Minister coming out last night going, "Oh, they want to get it resolved quickly and all that," because you realise the backlash now, like how someone can have quite a lot of influence. I think it's quite dangerous in a lot of ways, mate. To be fair,
it can be, yeah.
This could be a dangerous situation moving forwards.
Gary, when the dust settles, and assuming they don't sack it because obviously more backups are coming their way, you can go to him now. Oh, I want a new contract. Then I know I'm a Freemason and all that, basically, or whatever they call it, but give me a new contract, or I'll go to ITV with the idea to take the rights from you, or Sky, or Amazon.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like, it's a weird situation, isn't it?
No, Casemiro's been given a straight red apparently.
Has he?
I'm just checking that now. Actually, I'm going to check that now
wow.
just to make sure. And they're at home today. Are they at home?
Yeah,
at home to Southampton.
He's a bit of a liability, isn't he? Like everyone goes on about how great he is, but he's a liability, mate.
Well, that's the second time this season now he's been sent off. Actually sent off. Obviously, third suspension. So what happened goes to miss now? Because that's his first suspension now. There we go. Yeah, Casemiro sent off. The Man United midfielder is absolutely gutted. He goes over to Alcaraz to apologise. He looks distraught, heading down the Old Trafford tunnel. What did he actually do? Go on. Ah, Xhaka.
Fuck's sake, Xhaka! You've got to score that! You've got to score that!
I know he's got a striker. Yeah, come on.
Oh, he's just got to be that first time. Mate, it's that first time, mate. Just hit it first time. Just hit that first time, mate.
When VAR were checking, basically, the Man United midfielder has caught Alcaraz, studs up with a tackle that he was originally booked for, but studs up, basically.
Fuck's sake. That's a bit. Oh. Zinchenko's passing at times, man. Oh, come on! Fucking hell! That's 2 shit bit passes, mate. We're fucking splitting them. Get the fucking third.
By the way, Ken, I did message you a couple of days ago, by the way, just to let you know in the on Twitter. So you can check your inbox up. I appreciate that. Oh, dear.
it does make you think as well with the Lineker situation. Like, how much? Because he gets paid quite a bit, don't he?
Go on.
Oh, mate, we're fucking missing chances for fun now, mate. Honestly, we've got to put this game to fucking bed. That's harder, to be fair.
Right.
Oh, mate, we're trying too much. It's...
Oh dear.
Yeah, don't start showing me stats like that.
I don't want to see that. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Let's just 5 minutes to go, then fair enough.
This should be 4-0, mate. This should be 4-0 on game to bed.
Milo. Come on. Hey. He doesn't want to do himself. He's like, do I go?
Do you want to go say hello to all the gooners? Show them your shirt.
No, the shirt. Ow.
Yeah, I'll cut them later.
He's like, on the backside instead. Oh, there you go. Stop saying these stats because you're backfiring us, you moron. Basically, the commentator's saying that if you've got the sound on your end, but if we win today, we'll be the first team to ever win 5 London derbies in one season away from home.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear them sort of stats yet.
Not yet, mate. I just want to get this fucking game put to bed, mate, to be honest.
You going? Where you going?
Ben White's turned into an absolute massive player, isn't he? By the way.
Yeah. Can't really fault him this season either, considering he's thrown literally from day dot. Like, Nate, you're my right back now. He's took like duck water.
Yeah, like no one would have thought right at the start of the season that Tommy Asu and Tierney weren't for his first choice in their positions.
No, exactly.
Oh shit! And this is the fucking problem. This is the problem. Like, got away with it there, but this is the fucking problem when you tune it up and it's fucking easy.
Complacency, yeah.
Yeah, and this is why we need to get this game put to fucking bed, mate. It is. It's complacency. We need to get this game put to bed, mate.
Oh, what a moron!
Just, mate. I tell you what, mate. And he goes, kick the ball out of play.
Sounds all right. Tom saying, I remember when Arsenal fans called him Ben Shy. Not all of us. I know who you're.
I've always quite liked him, to be fair.
I know who he's referring to in that sort of that gang, so we say. But yeah, here's what it is. How will you please?
Saka's not. He's been quite quiet, hasn't he, to be fair.
Yeah, but he's also when there's times when he needs support, he ain't getting it.
No.
He's got to get in the right places. Got to save it. Bloody hell. How's that not put it ball away? Do you hear about Barcelona, by the way?
Huh?
Do you hear about Barcelona this week?
The referees.
About the referees, yeah, basically been charged.
Well, it's no fucking surprise that, is it?
Basically, but from 2001 all the way to 2018, 19.
Oh, so you might have a Champions League trophy then, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I can fucking stick it.
I can never watch that game, even in highlight form. I've got that season review on DVD.
Fucking offside as well, mate, that first goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't just because of that and the injustice in that game. As soon as the
Mate, even VAR would have made it.
Yeah,
even VAR would have made something out of that for that goal not to be disallowed.
It's only his fingernails. Oh, go on. We got Cheese has just joined us in the chat as well. Be interesting if Southampton get a result. If Southampton beat United at Old Trafford, that could be a massive game changer for them this season. 10 men on
yeah.
I know Tom doesn't want to hear that, but still. Sorry, Tom. Go on. Oh my God. Yeah, if he was an Arsenal coach, that goes in still somehow.
What have we done there? Why are we playing it back like that?
Well tackled. Well done, Odegaard. Get rid of it, Ramsdale. Get rid of it.
Fucking hell, what are you playing at, mate? Fuck my life, mate. What is he playing at?
Zinchenko, can you go over to Ramsdale and bollock him, please, and get his head out his arse? He's scaring us all.
Mate, this is my worry if we don't get this third, mate. We'll just fucking...
He's probably asleep.
No, he's awake, mate.
I was going to say, it looks like he's asleep on the camp. So he's gone, I'm done.
Yeah, he's having a nibble with the thing, but he's probably used to... Just fucking, mate. This game should be 5-0, mate, at the moment. Do you know that? I'm not even exaggerating. This game should be fucking 5-0.
This should literally be like game over, get the goal difference up, FC. Yeah, fucking when Leno was playing first, making them saves, they're still going.
That's a good save, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a good save, but whenever it happened, when he was wearing the Arsenal jersey, it was still find its way in somehow. 2 minutes injury time as well.
I'll tell you what, mate, it's a result. It's a result for them. Yeah. It's a result, Fulham beating 2-0 down here.
Mm-hmm. We've got a free kick here, so...
Yeah, and this is the fucking problem, mate. And this is all this is, right, is down to complacency, mate, again.
Stefan says you need that. Yeah, Stefan say you need anger management.
I need more than anger management, mate.
Get rid of it. We can kill this game off early in the second half. If we don't get the third now, we get the third early in the second half.
We'll make it hard for ourselves, mate.
I'll be open to bringing on.
What is that?
15, 20 minutes.
Go on.
Go on, Gabby. Go on, Leo. Go on, Odegaard. Yeah!
Yes! That's it. That fucking is it. That is it, my boy. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. That's what I fucking wanted. That is what I wanted. And that is what he wanted as well. Oh, boy. Big old smile on his face.
Like, Dad, I told you we're going to win the league. Stop it.
He's tired. You want to sleep? He's tired. He's done well, mate. sit there the whole half, mate, and not say an absolute word, mate.
And there you go. There's a half-time whistle.
I said about Odegaard, I fancied him today. Well, I've got to say, guys, that should be 6-0 in the first half. Not happy. Not happy. Not happy, mate.
Oh
should be 6-0 up.
3-0 up when he's not happy.
Not good enough, mate. It's not good enough. Get rid of Ben Shite.
Oh, dear. Thing is, people think you're being serious. No, you don't. Getting done for copyright with that crap.
Hopefully, we can get old Jesus on the start of the second half.
Hopefully, that's what I'm saying. That's 3-0. Just why not? It's not like he needs to score. Just get him game time. Run him out for a few. So there he goes.
Mate, you got.
We've got Hawk in the chat as well. Big up to Hawk. Old Trafford is still 0-0 at half time as well.
Honestly, it should be 6-0.
This game,
it should honestly be 6-0 that first half.
Oh, as I said earlier, this has been so easy.
It's liquid football, mate.
Yeah,
it's literally liquid football, mate. I like. Where do you see this in the rest of the Premier League at the moment?
No, we didn't even see it last. We didn't even see it with City v Bournemouth for the other week or anything like that, or even last night against Palace. We don't see this. Even at Liverpool's best in years gone by, we've never seen this.
My mate reckons that he's at West Ham. He reckons West Ham are the better team.
I'll watch Chris. Oh, what your mate? Your mate. Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my mates.
Let's check how the poll's doing in the old chat then.
Not good enough, Stefan. Not good enough. 3-0, mate. Not good enough.
We want 20. And even there's not good enough. So far, we've had 15.
I tell you what, mate, that is liquid football, that first half.
Oh, dear. Let's wait for Joel. Here, talking, as soon as I mention his name, he pops up.
Here he is. Mate, that's champagne football, isn't it, boy?
Look, even got the magic number on the shirt.
It's not a prediction, son. It's a spoiler.
You all right? How are you doing, Joel? What do you make of that first half?
He wants to sleep, mate. I'm going to just lay him down here, yeah? I'm going to put him to bed.
Yeah, well,
oh, mate, look at him. The first half's turning him, mate. He's literally sat there the whole half, mate. He said not a word, is he?
No.
Bobby.
He's not said an absolute word, mate. He just sat there.
Bobby!
He's a legend, mate. Say hello. He's got to go to bed, mate. He's literally gone. Come on. I'll be back.
Is there something I said? At least Gary ain't here. Be crying his head off.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. What a first half. I'm going to be honest. Although I put my prediction out, Ryan will vouch for me. 3-1. I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect that first half. I'm going to be honest. I think when you look at just, I don't know, when you just look at how they've played, even after we've seen teams when VAR doesn't particularly go your way, that you start to become a bit despondent.
Yeah.
But it's just a different team, aren't they? You think if that had happened a couple of seasons ago, Ryan?
Heads would have dropped and they'd have been going
yeah,
emotion.
And even at 0-0, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you almost think, oh. But each of the goals, brilliant. Oh, I'm still not sure on that VAR decision. When you look at that defender in the middle, that was so close, wasn't it? That was so close. And the way the line went across, it almost didn't look right.
No.
it looked a lot wider than. But then
Yeah,
it wasn't given. We're 3-0 up. I'm not going to grumble too much. I think Odegaard's goal just summed up the first half really.
Mm. And Trossard's first game back after a couple of weeks out.
Quality.
Quality. That ball as well to Odegaard for that third goal.
Xhaka has pinged some great balls about. And do you know what? It's a great thing to have. But when you've got Ben White, who's naturally a centre-back, who's playing that well, he's keeping Tomiyasu out. Just shows you how quality he's been this season, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, me and Liam were saying during the game, like the fact that he's come in from pre-season, basically from day one as Palace away, and Arteta said, "You're my right back. Off you go. Make it your position. Make your own of it." And he's just took
what he's done.
Considering he's never played right back consistently like this before, he took it like a duck to water.
Yeah, he's been quality. And as I say, to keep out a guy like Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
And do you know what? There hasn't been any slander, crying, or anything.
No.
They're just fighting for that position as teammates, aren't they? And credit to Tomiyasu. If a guy that was centre back took my right back position, you'd think, bloody hang on a minute. But he hasn't at all. He's just, when he gets the opportunity, he takes it. Like the other day, Tomiyasu was brilliant.
Yeah, it's Brisbane, yeah.
So it just shows that when it arises, he just takes it, doesn't he? What are you drinking? That's not just Coke.
Yeah, why?
What's happened to you?
He's took
Mate, I've got the most fucking stinking hangover ever today.
Well, it must have been that glitter stuck to the side of your face.
Do you know what? My mate cracked me up this morning, mate. He messaged
me. Do you know what? I thought, what bar has he gone in?
Oh, mate, I showed my mate. He went, who are you? He went to me. He went, who are you? Mike Tyson.
The camp Mike Tyson, by the looks of it. Bleeding neck.
Oh, mate. You know what happens after you had a few tequilas, man, cocktails. You think you're Billy Big Balls, don't you?
I'm going to be honest, mate. I've never had glitter stuck to my face, but
nor have I till yesterday.
Each to their own. Just jazzing it up for the wife a bit, eh, Liam?
Yeah, exactly, mate. You know how it goes. Whatever tickles her fancy.
Mate, you got Bobby. That's it. Go
Mate, I don't think I could ever wish for a better kid, mate, to be fair. He just sat there the whole first half, mate. Didn't say a word.
He's quality.
So he was literally glued to the screen at the start as well, just like watching the game.
But then his head just crashed at half time, mate. His head was on that. I've got to take his bed.
The excitement got to him. Like, we scored 3, bloody hell.
I'll tell you what, I was just saying though, like I heard you talking about Tomiyasu, like Ben White, mate. Honestly, the geezer's unbelievable. Like I sit there and think like how big of a player he is for us now.
And
like he's a massive player for us, mate.
At the end of last season, let's be honest, right? There was quite a few fans that were going, sell Ben White. He hasn't done it. 50 million price tag. He hasn't done it. We've got Gabriel and Saliba, and even people were talking about we've got Holding. They weren't even like talking about Ben White being a centre back, and now he's got this resurgence as a right back. And as I say, to keep Tomiyasu out, but to know that you've got that guy on the bench, what a right back position we're in.
Yeah,
that's what you want, though. You've got Champions League football next season. Touch wood. You've got it's all. These are the players you need to have the quality in depth. And when you look at that bench today, that's the best bench we've had for a long time, isn't it? Yeah. Let's be honest, lads.
Yeah, and look at it this way, mate. We only brought one of them on yet.
Yeah,
we haven't brought one of them players on. Like Trossard's an unbelievable signing, mate. 21 million was it for him?
I think him and Jorginho, that just been quality. When you look at what was it Mudryk has cost,
and
what we've got for the price of Mudryk, just generally, I think is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
As it says in the chat, it said on the screen here, Trossard, 3 assists, bargain of the season. Premier League proven, bargain.
He's just gone to bed.
I just think
He's got to bed.
You wait for the cheer when Jesus comes on that pitch. You wait to hear the ovation is going to be unbelievable.
Sorry, she just come in. She went, she went to me, has Bobby been all right? And I just went like that to go. And she went, sorry. No, he's literally sat there the whole first half and not said an absolute word, just watched the game.
Oh, lovely. Sorry, I thought when you went like that, I thought you was going to say...
No, he literally, his head crashed on the sofa half time.
Hello, Bobby's mum.
Hello.
I have met you, haven't I?
Don't know, you're not meeting me now, though. I look like a right old mess. I'm hungover.
So does Liam, don't worry.
I've just had to go and get a new phone.
Joel was just saying how much he admired the glitter on my face last night.
Beautiful, isn't it? Anyone want a joke?
No one wants a joke.
Okay.
Who's that?
Joke's on Jim.
What's for?
3-0 Arsenal half time.
Hey. Love it.
Should be 6, to be fair.
To be fair, I think it could be 6, but
mate, it should be 5 or 6, mate. Like with the chances we missed, mate. The Shackers, we've had the goal disallowed.
Liam, how did you feel about that goal disallowed? That was when they drew that line. That looked a lot wider than it actually was.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that wide. To be fair, no. I did think he was good. I did think he was just going to be off.
Because I thought, oh, he's definitely off, and then I saw the defender. Third one across right in the middle.
Yeah, what's good.
Hang on a second. But I went for 3-1. But mate,
I went for 2-0, didn't I? The thing is, mate, I don't want us to go out being complacent now, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think
Arteta's going to say prove a point here. Prove a point.
Yeah, I'm reading people say take Saka off. No, don't take fucking Saka off. Don't take him off to about the 70th minute. Do you know what I mean?
Go for the kill. That's what I say. Go for the kill. But
like, don't get me wrong, we do need to get Saka off the pitch at some points there. We're still 3 goals in, but you don't do it at half time, mate. It makes me laugh when like people are sitting there now thinking, "Oh yeah, take this player." No, fuck you, don't take no one off.
But this is what we've done in the past. You take your foot off the accelerator. Fulham are no mugs.
No.
Let's be honest. It'd only take them to get, that what was it, 12 goals from set pieces. That's pretty amazing. What, they top out the set piece list?
Well, we're on 12 now as well.
Yeah, but you just think that's like you wouldn't have even thought of saying that about us a couple of years ago. We couldn't hit a barn door, could we?
It just shows you the bit shift mentality and what Arteta and the coaching staff have done there, innit? Like,
quality. It's just quality, mate. Absolutely quality, and you can see it from under 21s upwards.
Yeah.
You can see it's
even under 18s as well.
It's in the core of the club, isn't it? So, can you let me know when I can go back down because I don't want to miss the 7th or 8th goal.
I'll tell you what, though, Odegaard's class, though, isn't he, mate? Like the geez is absolute class.
What a captain! Just the guy that you wouldn't have given the captain band to has become a captain. No, in the mix of who was being called out to be captain at one point. Now look at him. I think
you know what, right? I just look at him, right? And it's not even looking at him. Obviously, he stems the way we play, right? Like he's the focal point for me, who stems the way we play, But I just look at his team now, and I just think if we don't see this through for whatever reason, right, it's going to be so disappointing. Not just on us, but I think for the Premier League, because we are playing by far the best football in the Premier League this year. Like by far the best football. Like Man City are not really playing this kind of football.
Look at yesterday. I genuinely thought Palace were going to hold on.
Yeah.
And apparently I didn't see the penalty. I didn't see it, but apparently it was soft.
It was soft, but it was a penalty, but it was soft. But it was just Elite, I don't know why he did it because Man City weren't doing anything in that game. I watched that game and it was just like watching Man City play twice every week. Chance after chance after chance wasted, going nowhere. It just seemed set for a 0-0. It would suited us, obviously.
Man City just know how to. but they're almost
What it
getting a
is.
bit desperate. They're almost like we've got to get the result, and a lot of people were saying, look, I can see, people were putting on Twitter, I can see this being a 1-1 with Fulham because the pressure of seeing a Man City win, which it would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
5-6 years ago, if this was the pressure on, we would have crumbled. There's no doubt. Any Arsenal fan will tell you. But like Liam says, the mentality has shifted massively, and there's just there's a belief. Look at that 3-2. I still go back to it. The celebration, right? I don't care what any celebration police say or anyone like that.
So it's second half, by the way.
Oh, goodness sake.
Yeah, nothing's happened yet. So I'm just letting you know. So you can
those famous words. I'll get downstairs. It's 4.
This is what I was saying to Gary the other day, though, mate. Like, the coach. Jesus, they've had a chance for them. Fucking hell. But this is what I was saying to Gary the other day, mate, and what I was trying to get at him with the UEFA Cup, mate. They don't care about the UEFA Cup, mate. The players are really not invested in the UEFA Cup this year. This is what they're invested in. And this is why you get a first-half performance like this, and this is why you get a first-half performance in Sporting. And whether we like it or not, they're not invested in the UEFA Cup, mate, because firstly, they know they've got to play every 3 days, so they've got to consume energy as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, we haven't got, we are going to get the squad back now, but we haven't had the squad for the whole year. So,
what do you think for Thursday then, Liam?
I think I thought Sporting were average, mate. I thought they're so easy to get at, and I think if that was a Premier League game, we beat them 4-5-2. Honestly, do, mate. And I think we'll have way too much on Thursday, and I think we'll win it quite comfortably.
Yeah.
They're missing two of their players as well, aren't they now? So
yeah.
I think we should kind of. Oh God.
Go.
Yeah,
go,
I think we should do them, mate. What's happened there?
Right, I'm going to go because Liam's fine. Liam, when I come on at full time, can I have some glitter, please?
Yeah, I'll get some ordered into you, mate.
Getting black and gold, just to stay settings. Black and gold glitter.
That's what it's about, mate. Beautiful.
See it full time.
See it full time, lads. Come on, the Arsenal.
Yeah, Saliba's down receiving streak. Make sure he's not concussed. There's a Fulham player down as well. We're focused on Saliba, so it ain't good. Please be okay. Please be okay. And the Arsenal misfit, they can call for a pen. They ain't getting a pen. Oh dear. Turns down a bit too loud. Get in trouble. So let's have a look. Yeah, so Saliba went down, landed. What did Fulham player go down for? Oh dear. Do you have a KFC yet? Or are you having it after this?
Oh, I've had it, mate.
What did you get?
Mate, I went big. Mate. I went and got the Marty bucket for one with a chicken burger on top. But I think that's going to do me for a day now.
Yeah.
I've been running every day, haven't I? And I've got to try and squeeze running today. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm probably not going to do it. It's about 7 o'clock tonight. I might go for a bit of sleep after this game.
Don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I don't know. I'm going to sleep. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to run today. I'm well played.
Go on. Well done. Bit of support. Why is I could get him no support where he needs it? In positions he needs it. Bobby's away.
Mate, second half ain't started well, is it?
Yeah, complacent, but looks as it.
Mate, Ramsdale's fucking concerning me today, mate. Do you know that?
Well, he's down now.
Well, what's he fucking doing that for, mate? He's having a fucking bit of a fucking nightmare, mate, today. With his decisions.
Isn't it, as well? Yeah, his ways had landed, yeah. Oh, God.
I suppose he's made the decision straight away to punch it, innit?
Yeah. It's just the aftermath as he's come down, yeah.
He was all
But he's like, what are you doing? The second half's underway. Get back down.
right, mate. Oh, I thought he was about to go to sleep, mate. This is what I mean, mate. We're going
Defend. Well done, Jack. I'll get rid of it. Well done. Go, 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 go. Go on, Gabby.
Mate, I'm telling you, he was literally on his ass to go to sleep.
Yeah, I literally saw his head. I saw it.
No, he's like... Should have put him asleep on there. He's fucking comical. Fucking hell, mate. What are we playing at?
What are we doing this?
Mate, why have we gone into this kind of mould this second half?
It's like we literally took the foot off the gas now. 3-0, take the foot off the gas, see the game out. We're not going for the kill. It's like we're cycling the person now. Do you on the counter attack instead? Yeah, that's Russ in one of the group chats. I mean, he put there's an image in the chat he's put in there. He basically Trossard's out of first play or first last play. We'll double check that. I think. One sec. Yeah, Leonardo Trossard. It's the first play in the Premier League history to make a hat-trick of assists in the first half on an away game.
Oh, bloody what a touch that is, road God.
Go on, Zach. Go on, take him on. Take on the American forward. Go on. Oh, get back. Get it. Oh,
super. Saka, man.
Yeah, he's rusty as hell. He's tired.
His reactions are just slower today, ain't they?
Yeah. Oh, dear. I've seen someone's comment about Bobby's first words. Nice giggle.
That'd be on a good day as well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate, we've got into ourselves. We're gonna pay the price if we don't start picking this up.
Again, Leno never did that for Arsenal, but okay. Wake up.
But I do think, yeah, right. Rams have kind of put him under pressure there already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for mate, honestly.
Good on Parson. Yeah, Tom's even saying 100% that's going to be his first words. Oh, dear. There'll be while watching Gareth Southgate's England as well.
Oh, mate, Jesus.
And by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. And it's Arsenal. Arsenal FC.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, I'll get Reece Nelson on for Saka because Saka does look shattered. And Nelson's unconfident. He's on a confident side at the moment, the old Reece. So why not? The game's dead, so why not?
I don't think. I think it gets about 65th minute, and then you got to start thinking.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes, Stefan. After next weekend is an international break.
Are we glad for the week off? Come on, Ramsdale, fucking hell!
Oh, you never know. Well, as it stands, we'll win this game. So our 5 points gap will be there. We do our job next Sunday against Palace. If we do it, that'll be an 8-point gap. If we play the game more.
Mate, we're just building our own problems here, mate.
Yeah.
We're literally building our own problems.
Took our foot off the gas massively. Took our foot off the gas at half time. Inviting pressure on, we don't need to. I want the clean sheet, so I know.
I think a clean sheet's massively important today, mate.
Yeah. So I don't want us inviting pressure onto ourselves. Bloody hell. Go on. Can we get some support? Can Saka get some support today? Well done, Ben. Yeah, got a corner, I think. Yeah, got a corner. All those dudes warming up. But Dad, let me back down here.
Mate, that kid was quiet as anything, mate, weren't he? Unbelievable, mate.
Quite as anything, it was dozing off. As in
It's just a whole contrast second half on the pitch and with him.
Yeah. Playing that.
Let it go, let it go. Let it go.
Bloody hell.
What he done? I thought maybe it would have been cool.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Go on, Trossard. He's been phenomenal today. Sis as well, but obviously.
Oh, what's come on with this baby? I don't get why he's.
Go. Okay. Go on, Martinelli. Go on. Oh, now it's offside, of course. Yeah, he waited until the ball's been kicked. Steve saying in the chat, I don't want Saka going onto the international break. I'm going to England. None of us do. No, I don't want any of them going, but we know Southgate will do. He'll pick him and play him in every game in stupid positions as well, not in his natural position. He'll play him at fucking left wing back and all that crap.
Oh, Shevchenko, man, fucking, what was you doing there?
Well, a couple of them
Don't get me wrong, he's bloody brilliant, yeah, right. But some of his decision makings at times, or
sometimes there's a
he has a brain freeze, don't he? Like then, he didn't need to do that. He just needed to hold it out.
Stefan, this season has been relatively stress-free. From an Arsenal perspective, yeah, which is unheard of for recent years, but still, I'll take it. We got a idiot in the chat basically. We've got a lone ranger in the chat asking silly things. Unless you're Liam. Go on, Saka. Go on.
No, you don't get a penalty for that, mate.
No, that's soft.
You're not getting a penalty. I'm turning that down, mate, because
you know this. BX says, fill the cups and chalices with the tears of our enemies and quench thy thirst, my faithful. Okay, now I'm kind of old school English now. Come back, BX, come back to the 28th of May if we do, and then we'll see how we're quenching on the tears. Yay. See how the other games are going. Ow. Apparently only 2 teams in Europe's top 5 leagues have 3 players with 10+ league goals this season. PSG with Mbappe, Messi and Neymar, and Arsenal, Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka and Odegaard.
What's that for?
Only 2 teams in Europe's top 5 leagues have 3 players with 10+ league goals this season.
Yeah, it's good.
So we've got goals. As I said, we've been saying all season, we've got goals all over the place. So when Jesus got injured, I wasn't like, well, no, the world's at an end like everyone else was. Most people, anyway.
What do you reckon? Number 5 minutes? Number 5, 10 minutes?
Yeah, number 5. Yeah, 5. But that's like number 5 minutes. And we'll see subs being made.
He's supposed to be back down here. I don't
I've
get it.
been calling you for an hour.
Sorry, mate.
I'm saying
I
that.
can't hear myself.
What's that?
I can double hear myself.
Try my end. I'll double check on the actual channel one second.
Man. I don't know why.
Got what's adverts now? Bloody hell.
You come sit with me after. To be fair, when Bobby was sitting there.
That sounds fine. It's fine on the stream.
No, yeah, no, I mean, like we was playing really well.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, what a tackle that is, mate.
Jammy.
Mate, that's a brilliant block.
Jammy bugger.
He's watching it, look at him.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold this. Hold this.
Yeah, I could even see Tini coming on Thunderbird. I can actually see the way the game's gone now.
Yeah, I can see Tierney coming on. See
Yeah.
Jay's coming on for the last 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Get Reese on for the last 20, 25. Give or take. Oh, well, he's challenged for the ball. Bloody hell.
Oh, I was asleep.
So we love you. Arsenal, we do. We love you, Arsenal, we do. Love you, Arsenal, we do. Arsenal, we love you. I'm literally singing on to the fans now.
So you're going to be whinging now, aren't you?
Just put him here. Might be all right.
He's like, yeah, get me back on that screen.
He loves it, doesn't he? Yeah, to be, as I said, we was playing much better when he was in.
Exactly.
Come on, I think it's time to get Saka off now.
Why is he not playing today?
He's tired.
Shattered.
Oh,
Hey. What a save. Get it out, though. Get rid of it. Well blocked. Oh.
looking back here, I need some good luck charm. He's done well there, right? Scoot that back up, mate. That's the best bit he's done, like not to push it straight back into.
Into trouble, yeah. Oh,
Jeez, mate. Get back here, Bob. I need some luck.
yeah, please. Bye. Overlap. Go on now. Oh, Ben, why did you hesitate? Oh, I don't trust him. He's got to be shut for man of the match, hasn't he? So far.
Who, Trossard?
Yeah. He's absolutely live wire today.
Him or Odegaard. I think
Yeah.
Odegaard's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, mate, get him off, mate. He's fucking giving the ball away all the time. Fucking make the change. He's got a grit.
Yeah, got 20 minutes to go now officially. So yeah, we've waited long enough. Got Thursday in mind as well, so give Reece a chance to stake his claim.
Thing is, mate, every time we lose the ball, yeah, right, we're putting more pressure on ourselves. Do you know what I mean?
Now, oh the God.
What the fuck is that? Yeah.
Oh, you've upset him now.
Come here. Come here.
Talk to you, Bobby.
What's up? He's all right. He's all right.
Oh,
He's dummy. He's dummy. He's dummy. Okay.
There you go. Got 2 subs coming on. Reece and Tierney.
Come on. Look at that. Is. There you go. Man, I need a happy you because then I'm a happy you, a happy game. Come here. Tired, isn't you? He's tired, mate. Where's my phone? Where's the phone?
BX is saying Bobby's pleading with Arteta to take Saka off. Well, Saka's off now. So.
Come on. Worst thing I did was take him upstairs. Do you know that? Come on. Who that is? Yeah. This is contrast first half, second half, innit? Everything. Reece, come on.
Yeah, Reece and Tierney came on. Saka's gone off. I think Zinchenko went off.
Do you know what? That's actually the 2 white moves, yeah.
Zinchenko and Saka off. Tierney and Reece on.
Do you know what, man? I don't even know if I bring Jesus on.
5-10 minutes maybe at a push, just for the minutes. Go on, Reece.
Come on. Come on. Come on. He wants you.
I've got been booked for no reason, by the way.
Jacobs.
Do you think we play Jesus Thursday? We'll have to, won't we?
Yeah, just in for the minutes.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Oh, well done.
Keep in.
You got fucking Rollicum Rams down because that was shocking. We've got in ourselves the second half, haven't we?
Yeah, so gone 3-0 up, as you say, then second half come out. I've just took the foot off the gas and gone, right, let's just see the game out now. Oh, 2 subs from Fulham now. Dan James Is that who?
Because he was
Yeah.
shit, basically.
Oh yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. We were shit, but he's
Who's he put on?
Nelson. I think he's a perfect substitute, Nelson. Though, do you know that?
Hmm.
You ain't going to get many other people to come and do what he does, just like because you know Saka's
Saka's the start of that position. Yeah.
Saka's role is just like
Oh,
indispensable.
yeah.
Isn't
Jesus is coming on.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Get me to come on.
Here's the boy.
Please don't get injured first time in.
Oh, don't, man.
Don't. I'll cry because he'll be up for the season then. Just again, games won. It's just getting Fabio Vieira's coming on as well. Just get him the minutes. He needs the minutes because come after the international break, we're going to need him more than ever. So rather than play these next couple of games, even if it's just sub appearances and all that, so he's ready.
He's played a good game, Trossard, didn't he?
Yeah. There you go. That's that roar from the crowd there, from the Arsenal faithful.
The big cheese is back. All we need to see is Eddie now.
Yeah. Next couple of games, yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, right? Eddie's gone down in pecking order, isn't he? To number 3 now, up front, you would thought. And
he's just got on with it this season, hasn't he? Either way.
Oh,
Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, really, because like there were games that he turned up and won us the game, like Man United. Do you know what I mean? But we brought Trossard in, mate, and since they played him up front, I think we've moved to a different dimension. Definitely moved to another level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely made Martinelli play better. I know that much.
Yeah.
He struggled with Eddie up front.
He struggled after a few games of no Jesus. We did see Martinelli struggle. Getting isolated a lot on that left-hand side initially. But yeah, Trossard's coming in. Reinvigorated him. Come on, let's get a couple more for games out. Come on. Let's win both halves for once. They have to clean sheet.
Yeah, he's fucking.
Yeah. There's no doubt in Vieira's talent. He just needs to toughen up a bit.
Does he touch, mate? Does he?
I think the one thing I don't want is another Ozil on our hands in terms of talented, but doesn't meet up to the physicality of the league ever.
Yeah, I think.
Go on, Zay.
I will play Jesus.
Go on, Zay.
Now wide.
Go on.
Oh, what's he checked it back in for?
Should have had the
Why has
shot.
he checked it back in?
I think he wanted to set. I think he wanted to set up Jesus. Otherwise, I think he wanted to set Jesus up for the goal for his comeback. So I can explain that. Otherwise, you go for the shot. Tommy Ash is now coming on, the last sub. Brendan White's going off.
Gary Reid. It's one of the guys on there.
You see the rugby score yesterday, by the way, in Six Nations?
Right, Elton John.
Absolutely battered.
Anyone for garlic bread?
No. What makes it
Absolutely.
worse? I put a tweet at last night. It's World Cup year as well, and they decided they allowed Eddie Jones to stay in longer than he should have been.
Absolutely bad. That's the French, didn't they?
Yeah, and we brought a rookie. Of all due respect to Bothwick, a rookie head coach in a World Cup year, expecting miracles. So he's just got torn a new one yesterday against what's been a bang average France side this year. I was like, I was already annoyed with Palace, and when I saw that come on the screen, I was like, oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Fair play to them, though, the French. Like, good win, that, innit?
No, yeah, that's again World Cup year. They're hosting the World Cup in September, so it's a good confidence boost for them. They haven't started the season well so far up till yesterday.
I don't know.
Oh, Isaac started for Newcastle. Wilson's been dropped to the bench.
Is he?
Was just come on the screen, team on the screen. Yeah. Let's have a look at the other games that they're doing. Still 0-0 at Manchester United against Southampton in the 81st minute. West Ham still 1-1.
No, nothing.
So, yeah.
Try and ring him.
They're not hard to. I don't know.
To be fair, they're just talking about that rugby again. They're one of them teams, France, isn't they? Like,
Yeah.
They can always beat you at your place. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, you don't expect to lose like that, but usually see the French being a team that grind out a win, won't they?
Yeah,
but that was just a battering. Like,
yeah, it's just pathetic on the side. I've seen the highlights.
how are they doing? How are they doing in the old
I'll have a look at it. I'll get to take up on my phone one sec. Because Ireland plays Scotland today. We're kicking off soon, actually. 6, 2. Fantastic. Let's go playing. 8 points to 7 to Ireland. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be interesting how they do it.
Ireland are top, but they're currently playing now as we speak. 1 second. What do you think? France are second, but then Scotland are playing as we speak, so that's depending on how that game goes. We're fourth, Wales are fifth, Italy are sixth.
Yeah, it looks like that. To be fair, the them points they've got against us, like that battering, it's like literally made their points difference so close to Ireland.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Yeah, points difference. Ireland are 51, but they're currently playing as we speak. France is 46, Scotland 23, England minus 22. Now, when have you seen that before? Never.
It's always is it me, right? But when Ireland, like, is it when they play like literally their last or their finale game? Is it always against us? It always seems against us.
Yeah,
Ireland, on Anyone for Guinness?
Especially when we're hosting as well. It's always on St. Paddy's weekend when we're hosting. It is what it is.
I'm over there in a few weeks, funny enough. Oh, well played.
Go on, Fabio. Go on, Fabio.
He's got to score that, mate. Jeez.
Yeah. They're trying. It's evident. They're
this is the Jesus, I remember. Does everything so well.
They are trying to set. They're all trying to get in that goal, comeback goal. Otherwise, Vieira should have gone for it himself.
I think he made the right decision there, Vieira.
Come on, lads. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I think Ireland will beat us over there. They need to win it.
They are going to destroy us. If
Yeah.
that France team did what they did to us yesterday, can do that. What the hell are Ireland going to do to us?
Well, yeah, you're fine.
And as I say, it's on Paddy's weekend as well.
Oh, plus 12. I don't know. Willie Saliba, stop that.
He's been solid. I'll say that.
And then you got Tommy Ashley doing that.
They're just pissing about now, aren't they? They change nothing. Might as well just get the ball back for the next 5 minutes.
Game's done, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's 3-0. There's no point getting that stressed over it.
Don't, Kate. Don't talk. Still. Yeah, well, that's me. This is me, though, isn't it? This is me. You're trying to roll me up. I know what you're trying to do. I don't want to concede a fucking goal or anything, right?
3-1.
Don't start saying shit like that.
Trying
to rile me up, mate. Hung over, mate. It's not the right thing to do. Knocking on my fucking door. Well, I have to remind her that she lost her phone last night.
Oops.
Can I have a new one now?
Yeah, she's upgraded now.
I bet she has, yeah. Now she has to.
I've gone from an iPhone 8 to a 13.
Oh, God.
I feel very down with the kids now.
With the kids.
You ain't getting your paws on it, you, mister. No, it's not for bobbies.
Go on, Nelson.
Go on, Lise. Go on, Lise. Go on.
Great goal. Oh, I love that, Nelson.
Unlucky.
I think he looks better on the left, mate. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Mate, I'd give him a contract, mate. I think he does enough, mate. Honestly,
yeah.
For me, he does enough. What?
But again, he's another one that's just got on with it. He's accepted, obviously, going out alone. He's come back to a point to prove.
Yeah.
He's not
Thing is, mate, he was a massive player for us in the academy.
Yeah. And to think he broke through, what was it, three years before Saka? 2-3 years, give or take.
Yeah. Stefan's got it right. I'm a mellow guy. I'm a mellow dude.
I'll turn that like that. And this one like that. And clap hands.
Yeah, I like him, mate. I like Nelson, mate. Give him a contract.
Oh, is he just being trialled?
No, he's on the last year of his contract.
Oh, renew it, you mean?
Yeah. Thomas, stop that.
Levels, I'm saying.
You'd be a little bit more than Casemiro, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't see Thomas Partey getting sent off the other week. Go on, Tierney. Go on, Tierney. Yeah. Before any idiot comes in and goes, well, Thomas Partey's got this over his head. Technically, never been officially named by the police. The accused player has never been named by the police. That's some man or cat that don't exist anymore, by the way. So until the police actually come out and say this is the player, can we stop slandering Thomas's name until further notice? Read Exby.
I tell you what did interest me is that's the first time I've heard him talk doing the interview on Sky. Oh, bloody idiots. Get in the way. Guys, oh, go on. Ah!
What did you do that for?
He's trying, didn't he? There
Trying
won't be
to
no
take
one
up
there.
Jesus and mistimed it.
There won't be no one there, was there?
No, I don't know why. Was he expecting someone to be there? That's why.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't a bad ball.
He passed
If someone had been there.
He passed it, then looked.
Yeah, but sometimes you do. You pass into space, don't you?
You're certainly a character, Liam, says Stefan.
Oh. I'm unique. He got man of the match Trossard, by the way.
Yeah, as I've seen, yeah. All the
I think
top
we
of all
can,
the stats there.
I think we can agree on that one, can't we?
Yeah, 3 minutes injury time as well. Thumbs up this second half. Oh dear. I would have liked us to go for the kill even more in the second half, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have done, but do you know what? It's 3 points.
Yeah. That's an important thing today, getting the 3 points after yesterday, with City getting their points.
Do you know what I mean? It's 3 points, and it's one game let closer. And that's how we just got to look at things, at game by game. Win your game, one game closer to destiny. One day closer to getting absolutely smashed up.
In your parrot costume.
In my parrot costume. And that is going to happen if we do it. I'm going to get in my parrot costume.
You don't have a parrot costume.
Well, of course I don't. I will have one.
He's eyed one up already. Do you know?
What's that?
I did see one. I have been looking.
That's what I'm saying. You've eyed one up already. You told me a few weeks ago.
So the City get now is 5 goal difference.
We
need to win some home games quite massive, like good scorelines.
Yeah, I know it's for it could get in the sack and all that, but fuck it. Start next week and get a few goals next week as well. Close that gap.
Well, look, it's been a good day.
Yeah.
I've got a new phone. Arsenal won again. It's a great day.
Yeah.
Bobby was happy. Bobby cried. We've had all the emotions today.
Bobby was so. Yeah.
Ow, my hair.
Just need the girls to do their job later on, and it'll be perfect weekend.
What is the Man United score?
I think still 0-0. I think. Double check now for you.
I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah, still 0-0 in injury time. That's a few points for Southampton they can hold on.
Jesus is class. Oh, what have you done there, mate? Did he fail? Mate, what has he done there?
Fell off his feet, hasn't he?
He spins my head at times, he does. You know that? Fucking hell, Fiera, man.
Hit over his own foot. Yeah, hit his own foot. Otherwise, he's in on goal there.
Even look at Arteta's face.
Got a
Has
free
he got
kick for
foul out of that?
He got a free kick. How the fuck did he get a free kick?
That's fucking disgusting. So what happens when we score from it? Surely that's to pull that back.
Well, that was-
Gets knocked. Referee's made a decision, isn't he?
He's made a mistake. The goal's been good. I don't know.
Mate, that's a joke, isn't it? No, that's absolute disgraceful how he's got a free kick for that.
Nowhere near him. No Arsenal fan can say that.
Pardon?
I said, no, we're Arsenal fans, so we can say it was nowhere near being fouled.
That's disgusting, mate. What, mate? They are useless, aren't they? Like, he doesn't even look anywhere close. I'll be embarrassed to score from that, to be fair. That's job done. Clap, Bobby, clap. He's loving it, look. Yes, we won.
3-0 to the arse. Oh, what time did the women kick off? 6:45 this evening, Stefan. So got a few hours before that game kicks off. Nice little break in between. But yeah, big result. Clean sheet, which we needed after recent defensive attributes. 3 goals, 3 points. And the second half, the professional performance that you'd expect from potential champions. Touchwood. Got to see Jesus as well for the last 15 minutes. You got a van out. They tried to set him up. They had a couple of opportunities. The team tried to set him up for a goal, and it'll come as he gets more match fitness, he'll be fine. It's good to see him back after 3.5 months or whatever it is. Bloody World Cup. I hate the World Cup. But yeah, now the fans are giving the appreciation to the players and all that, and players thanking them, and Arteta's going over as well. There's a bit attack. Arsenal on the way to the Premier League. Oh, I'm saying they've got to change that song now to on the way to the Premier League, not Champions League. That's against Liverpool as well. So
that's another big win ticked off. That is another big win ticked off, guys.
Yeah, 1 down, 11 to go now in the league. I'm
I
starting
think
to get a
we'll
bit
definitely
twitchy.
play. I think we'll definitely play a second team at Sporting.
0-0 result at Old Trafford. 0-0. Big point for
No, I
Southampton
didn't
there.
mean that. I was trying to change it to Liam, but it's changed it to that, and I don't know why it's changed to that. It's pissed me off. That has.
What's
I was
that?
trying to change it to Liam. That's pissed me off. That has.
What has?
I tried to change my Instagram name from the Cannon to Liam, and for some reason it's gone as the Smug Cannon. I was actually just trying to change it back to my name.
I think they're trying to tell us something. Give us a
Pissed
sign.
me off. I get angry over these little things.
Yeah, I think we've covered that today. We're winning 3-0. What the?
Mate, the options are great.
We'll be doing a watch song for that as well, Stefan. We're going up at 6:30. I'll be setting the stream up in the next half hour or so for that. So there's got sort of thumbnail out because, yeah, it is what it is. Let's wait for Joel now. See if Joel can pop back in quickly.
Yeah.
Great result with a clean sheet, but disappointing. Go away, this return track crap. But disappointing second half. We'll say that. We kept the clean sheet. We just saw the game out professionally. We didn't go for the juggernaut. We just went, okay, we got the 3 points. Save our energy for the midweek. Save causing any injuries to ourselves. 1 game closer up the Arsenal.
Getting Jesus back fit, though, is going to be the big thing.
Yeah. Tom saying those poor Man United fans travelling up from London to Manchester from London to see no goals. Man United 2 games, no goals. They can shut up now. Why do you say that? That fan base is too arrogant for its liking. I don't care. We're top of the league and we're going for a title. For 11 games to go, which is crazy. You going to go on Thursday, Liam?
On Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, no strikes now as it stands.
Nah, they're stopped now, aren't they? So, yeah.
Well, they're negotiating now, yeah.
I'll stick what I say, mate. I'm just saying, speaking to a Man United fan, funny enough.
Yeah.
It'd be, honestly, the football we're playing, yeah, right? It'd be a travesty if Man City win the league this year.
Yeah, it will be.
Right, remember, we had 64% possession against him.
Yeah, again, in that game, it's only 3 individual errors that led to him scoring. If we didn't make any of them errors, they don't score in that game.
Yeah.
And he's back and relaxed.
To be fair, well, Trossard, superb.
I thought Odegaard was brilliant as well, mate.
To be fair, I think the players today, even though I thought the whole team played well, I thought Ben White was really good today. Trossard put a hell of a shift in. But yeah, Odegaard just sort of orchestrated the front 3, didn't he?
He's
he makes
so
it
good.
effortless, doesn't he?
He's so good.
So effortless, doesn't he? That's the thing. And the fact that Jesus could have got a goal on his... that was a beautiful move. Beautiful move.
I've got my mate, he's a Palace fan, yeah, right? Like, he was giving it to me at the start of the season. And, like, I remember when Newcastle playing Man City, and he was giving it to me that we were only going to be top for a game or 2. He's actually messaged me and he went, I give up. I want the old Arsenal back. They're gone, mate. They're gone.
Put it this
People
way.
know now.
the Arsenal of old is his manager. He's got to remember that. Well, to be fair, we've got them next weekend, don't we?
Still a tricky game, mate.
Yeah.
I think it's a tougher game than today. I think they'll make it really difficult for us.
Well, we know with them, mate. If you go 1-0 down against them, mate, then you play into their hands. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the problem with Crystal Palace. You go 1-0 down to them and you play in their hands. And I said to Ryan, we ain't beaten at home for about 3 seasons now. So, do you know what I mean? That's another wrong we need to make right this year. But if we play like that, and with the options we got compared to what they've got, you'd be very, very disappointed, man, if we didn't win next week.
On Thursday, do you play Jesus on Thursday?
Yes.
Give him an hour. Give him the first hour and go from there.
You got to play. Who else can play, mate? You can't play unless you play. You can't play Martinelli Thursday. He's got to rest, mate. He's got to be.
No, I'm just saying, as in, obviously Trossard is playing out of his tree. Do you take those sort of players out if they're performing so well? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need Jesus to have minutes. That's the first.
I think on Thursday, mate, I'll play Jesus up top, Nelson on the right, Smith on the left, and Vieira, and then Jorginho and probably a Xhaka.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's what you do, mate. And then Tierney, Tomiyasu will play fullbacks for me on Sunday. And then I think he'll play Gabriel. I think Gabriel will play with Holding. I think he'll rest Saliba because he played the away game. And there'll be Gabriel, Holding, and Turner. Mate, you've got all the options.
Do you think he won't take a punt on the youngster again as centre back, or not?
We weren't on a bench day, was he? No, I think he'll rotate because he won't play both of them because I don't think he trusts them to play both of them. But I think what he'll make the decision of that he played Saliba last Thursday, so it'll be Gabriel's turn this Thursday, and he'll play Gabriel and Holding as 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
I think that's how he's rotating, isn't he? I think what he's doing is really. I love the way he's managing it. I love the way he's managing it because I think he's thinking ahead and all that. But do you know what? We might even get. Do we know what's going on with Eddie? Is he back soon?
I haven't heard anything.
Apart from the interview. Sorry,
weren't they waiting on sort of what the situation was? They haven't sort of.
They're basically. Teta said yesterday everyone was getting judged at the end of yesterday's training session just to see how that late fitness tests and all that.
Well,
you rest a whole lot of them Thursday for me. You rest a whole lot of them Thursday, mate. You rest them. Jesus, give him the 60 minutes, mate. Look, he looked good, mate. He looked good on that pitch, mate.
The movement. He
unbelievable, mate.
But like they say, what is it? They say class is permanent, don't they?
Yeah.
And he's one of those people, isn't he? Russ, I am really comfortable. I'm going to be honest, mate. I've got my comfy trousers on. I'm feeling quite, feeling quite good.
Yeah, same here, mate. I'm in my comfy trousers today, mate. Comfy fleece.
Yeah.
Smuggers anything. All I need now, mate. All I need now is a little cigaring out my trap.
Wife.
No, you just got to take one game at a time, mate. But I think, mate, you just got to make sure, mate, that on Thursday you've got all the ammo on the bench if they're needed. Because you're gonna have Partey, you're gonna have Odegaard, you're gonna have Saka, you're gonna have Martinelli, you're gonna have Trossard all on the bench, mate. You know what I mean?
That's best bench of the season.
Am I always gonna be the best bench of the season? But that's what you've got to do, mate. Like now we've got all the options, right? Don't risk these players in your Europa Cup. Do you know what I mean? Because we'll end up regretting it. We can't afford to lose Odegaard, Partey. We can't afford to lose them 2 players, mate.
No.
At the same time, though, we can't afford to lose momentum. That's the other key, isn't it? Especially at the moment, because now we're going to start coming into some games here that
thick and fast.
Yeah, there's some big games coming up, isn't there? So I know every game's a big game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Every game at the moment feels like an FA Cup final. Is someone wrote it on Twitter, and I totally agree. But at the same time, there's some major games coming up, isn't there? Unless the ones that are going to be tricky, and they're all in like 1 month, aren't they?
Yeah.
The good thing is, though, and I'll say this again, yeah, right? I'm glad there's an international break coming up. I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect that the Thursday game's at home and we can play the second team and leave the first team on the bench just in case. I think it's perfect that we can then do that for the game on Sunday that'll be at home. We go into the international break, then it's perfect that Man City have got Liverpool in that first game back. And by that point, if we do beat Palace next week, we're 8 points ahead. We get to 11 points and they've only got a game in hand of us. And Liverpool do beat Man City at Man City. Just say they do beat Man City at Man City, which I think they've got a good chance of doing. I really do. Because I think their attack is probably one. They're probably one of the only teams got the confidence to go there and beat them.
Yeah.
That takes out the Liverpool game for us, mate, because then Liverpool game becomes a free hit for us. It doesn't. See what I'm saying? Even if we do lose it, it doesn't matter because we still got that 5 point lead, and that's one of our tough games gone out of the 3 tough games that we're talking about: Man City, Liverpool, and Newcastle. That would totally take that out of the equation straight away.
Because you think, next 3 games are at home. That's including the Europa. So we've got Sporting next, then we've got Palace, and then you say, international break back on the 1st of April for Leeds. Like we said from day one, it's game by game, but then it hits, doesn't it? April, Liverpool
Big boy
away,
stuff, mate.
Liverpool away, and then we've got the quarter final, but we don't know who's in that quarter final yet, to be perfectly honest. West Ham away, then quarter final, Southampton, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle. They really do come thick and fast, but
we just got to avoid Man United, mate, in the Champions League, in the Europa League. We don't need that game. We don't need Man United, mate, in the equation of fucking having to play them in the UEFA Cup 2 legs. For me, that's the thing, mate. That just concerns me, mate. Because let's be honest, mate. United don't want to lose to Arsenal, and Arsenal don't want to lose to United whatsoever. And I just don't want that to be. That's
a big sting, isn't it, in your season?
Yeah, and that's this is my concern about the Thursday night football, mate. But do you know what I mean? I want to win it. Obviously, I want to win it, but I wouldn't be going hell and leather for it. But we've got the squad now, mate.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not worried. I'm not worried about stuff. I just like me and Ryan have kind of said since the start of the season. Since momentum's been built. It's just one game at a time. Everyone's gone, we're going to win the league. And don't get me wrong, I am dreaming majorly, mate. I'm dreaming, as we all are. But let's just one game at a time.
I think we need to get to the 36th game, mate.
Yeah.
Like I said, mate, I said the earlier on to Ryan, we get to the 36th.
Get to the 38th.
Yeah, but if we do get to the 36th game and we're ahead, we've got an unbelievable chance then because their 3 games are not easy. Everton away, Chelsea at home, Brentford away.
And you think Everton are going to have everything to fight for because at the moment they're just not. When you look at that league, like where Everton are at the moment, I know they've lifted a bit, but they're still 1 point from the drop. And Bournemouth are nicking a couple of points here and there now. They're looking better. West Ham are still down there in a dogfight. Leicester, dogfight. When you look up, right up to 12th place with Palace on 27 points and bottom is 22. It hasn't been this close for a long time. Not for a long time. And, normally when we get past that Christmas time, someone's usually in jeopardy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of teams in jeopardy, mate.
That they could all spin really quickly, It's only Villa at 11th on 35 that have got that 8 point gap. So, but like you say, no one's safe at the moment.
I do prefer us away from home and at home at the moment. I think we're set up beautifully away from home. I'm not seeing, don't get me wrong, the last 30 minutes was good against Bournemouth, but if we're being frankly honest, our home form in terms of going out there and just beating teams has not been that great, mate, since Christmas. We have struggled a little bit at home. So I do feel more confident away from home at the moment. And obviously we expect to beat Palace and Leeds, but we can't just turn up there like we did against Bournemouth, mate. Because I was in the pub, mate.
I don't
I
think
was
we
in the
will,
pub.
Liam.
No,
I don't think
I was
we
in the
will,
pub
mate.
beforehand, mate, and you got fans going, "We're going to win 4-5-0." Do you know what I mean? That's where we got to get out of that kind of mentality and think every single game is going to be tough up to the end of the season. Because, like you said, Palace got fighting for their lives now. Leeds are fighting for their lives, mate. Everyone's fighting for their lives, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you
And
say,
you
it's a
can't
dogfight,
underestimate.
both sides of the table.
Don't get me wrong. When we rip teams apart like we did in that first half, mate, no one can live with us. And if we do that, we've got an incredible chance of winning the league. But we just got to get out that little bit of complacency a bit still, I think, at home.
Yeah.
That we're just going to turn up and roll over teams.
Well,
So I think Bournemouth might have been a good wake-up call for us. Do you know that?
You think the battle for the battle for Europa and stuff like that. There's battles all over that table, so no one is just sitting still. It's not like people are sat in 10th going, "Oh, there's nowhere else we can go. We're safe," but at the same time, we can't get Europa League football. There's no team in that position. You're either in a relegation battle right up to 12th, or you're in a chance of a Europa League place at 11th. So everyone's in a dogfight, and like we say, that works in our advantage as well. So, you know, we've got to play those teams. Man City, you've got to play those teams. So it's all up for grabs.
It's weird. Like, look at last April, mate. Look at last April. We lost to Brighton, Palace, Southampton, but then went and beat Chelsea, Man United, and West Ham.
It's mental, isn't it?
And that's what I'm saying, mate. You know, like, you can't underestimate any game now between, and even Southampton at home on the 22nd of April.
But didn't that was our season last year, though, wasn't it? In those 6 games, that pretty much told you what the season was. It was like that, wasn't it? Where you can't. We've seen it with Man City as well, turning up thinking we've got this. Nottingham Forest 1-1. It's like you can't, and that gave us a breathing space. At a point where we were
back in
on the ropes, they had a chance, and normally that would have been us. That would have been us. The people that were had an opportunity. We had it when it was Arsenal Tottenham for 4th place, didn't we? We had the opportunity to take it, and then Tottenham would win, and we'd seem to slide. And now there's, as you say, that shift. So, mate, I'm just buzzing. We'll all have to meet down the pub for one of the games. I'll come over to London.
Yeah.
Short trip.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got to. It'd be nice to have a catch-up before the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you're right. You're definitely right. We should do.
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigars, but honestly, mate, if we win the league, mate.
Well, we've got perk. Liam's getting the perk costume, mate. You can wear that if you want.
I'll be smothered in glitter. I'll do whatever, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'll do whatever.
If we keep this team fit now, right?
Oh, great.
We've and like let's just say we keep this. If we keep this 11 fit, yeah. Like I don't think that. I think, mate. Look at Trossard, unbelievable, mate. This is coming. But if we can keep this 11 fit between now and the end of the season, mate, I think we've got a very good chance of doing it. I think we've got a very, very good chance of doing it.
Yeah.
But it's about keeping the players fit, and he's doing well at the moment in terms of his selection, I think. And I think you'll see that again Thursday.
The rotation and definitely.
Yeah, I think he's doing well.
Question to you, for both of you. I'm not leaving you out. Fine. Tavares or Tavares, however you want to say his name. People say it all differently. Do you bring him back? Because he's been. I know you're putting the face, Liam, but I know he's got a bit of an attitude and all the rest of it. But he's been having a blinder away. Is he going to be another one of these Salibas that you bring back in, especially if Tierney is going to be one of these that could potentially be moving on?
Well, if you sold Tierney for 35 million, say, because I don't think we're selling for much more because he hasn't really played much game time.
They said 30 minimum, didn't they?
I'd be looking between 30 and 40, definitely. If you sold him and then you did bring Tavares in, then you've got 40 million to go and spend elsewhere, which probably would make sense because we know Cine's the first choice. I just need to see him come back and play. If I'm being totally honest, with you, mate. Kenny, if he can mate, the geezer's got an unbelievable engine on him. But if he can replicate what he's done in France, then why not? But I need to see that first. I need to see that he can do that.
Yeah,
But yeah, right. It makes sense that you spend the money elsewhere, mate. Because why would you want to go and spend 30 or 20 to 30 million on a second choice left back? Because
or those wages can go towards, say, someone like Tillemans, which would be an amazing person to bring in my opinion.
Do you still see that happening? That one?
Do you know what the annoying thing is? I'm still waiting for Benzema, mate.
No, he's been linked again, isn't he? He's been bloody linked again.
He's going to be linked, mate, when he's in his 50s. It's just not going to happen. The dream was beautiful all that time ago. Don't get me wrong. When we got linked, I thought, people went out and got shirts printed. And I thought, oh my word. I think people were breaking their wrists just to have the bandage. I think. But
imagine if we had got him, though, mate. Jesus.
But
do you see Tillemans coming in? Do you see that deal happening? I'm not sure. He'd be lethal 20 yards from goal, though, mate.
I think he'd go abroad. I think. Well, it depends because a lot of the abroad clubs can't afford.
Newcastle.
Possibly.
It's a step forward at the moment, but is it going to be a step towards winning another title, which he's already done? I think he'd be a great addition to Arsenal, especially when you look. Partey and Xhaka aren't getting any younger.
No.
But Tillemans is going to want first team week in, week out, isn't he? He would get that at Newcastle.
I don't see anyone dislodging Xhaka next year still.
That's what I mean. I think you've got to bring in someone like before he went to Tottenham, Basuma would have been a great signing to have as that backup. But I think that time's obviously past now. I'd love to have Tillemans, don't get me wrong. I would. I'd have him. But we'll see. It's another interesting one, isn't it? As I say, he's going on a free. It's about what wage packet he can pick up elsewhere, really.
Declan Rice, mate. That's the one I want, mate. I think that can happen. I think it might well happen. And I think if he turns on his telly tonight, mate, and watches Match of the Day in the silence of no commentators and just watch football, if he watches that, mate, why does he not want to be a part of that?
Mute of the
why
day.
Does he not want to be a part of it? Yeah, mute of the day. But why does he not want to be a part of that, mate?
I'm with you, mate. But
Where's the
I've
but?
just got this feeling. I've just got this feeling that Mason Mount's going to get shipped out somewhere, and they're going to have him at Chelsea, and that would be game over for the career.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think the Champions League offer next year, mate, and Chelsea, unless Chelsea go and win the Champions League, which can fucking throw everything in the woodwork, wouldn't it? And you couldn't rule anyone out of the Champions League, mate, to be fair, who's in it, because it's such an open field this year. I just think if they're not going to get Champions League football next year, mate, he's 24 now, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's then waiting to at least 26. And there's no guarantees now, mate, with top four in the English Premier League, who's going to get in that top four. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it used to be where there used to be a settled of four teams that guarantees getting Champions League football. I just think that at his age, mate, I think if they don't get there, that's a massive carrot for us. But unfortunately, as we know with Chelsea, they'll just go and chuck another 30 million on.
That's it. But that doesn't make a player happy, does it?
No, I don't think Declan Rice sees it like that, mate. I think there's a good chance of us getting him, mate, and I think it'd be perfect for us with Champions League because I think
don't get me wrong, I'd be over the moon if we landed Declan Rice, and I think he fits the Arsenal mould. He's young. He's going to fill that position that Xhaka can kind of. I don't know if Xhaka's going to take his foot off. As much as you turn around and you say, he loves the club now. Arteta's made him fall in love with the club again, and look how close he was. He had both feet out the door, and Arteta was literally hanging on to him.
He had his soul out the door, didn't he? He had his soul out the door, everything out the door, mate. He ain't going nowhere, mate. And I'm telling you now, mate, he ain't going nowhere, right? And unless we go and buy someone supersonic, mate, they're not taking his place next year. What I could see is, right, if we get Declan Rice in, I think he'll rotate with Partey, especially with the Champions League. I think you'll see Partey play a lot more of the Champions League games, and Declan Rice will play more of the Premier League games.
Yeah, the experience in it now. That's the thing.
Like, imagine that, mate, having them two to rotate from, mate.
Oh.
That's fuck it, mate. That's as naughty as it comes, mate. Do you know what I mean?
And what about striker? Because what do you do next? Because we've been linked with. It makes me laugh. I love watching the links. You know, this Martinez, the Argentinian, who's an absolute beast. To be fair, he is quality. But you know, Nketiah is good, but he's not the backup, is he? That you want to like for like, don't you?
For the level we're aiming for, he isn't the backup. He isn't the immediate backup anyway.
No,
he's like,
no.
with all due respect, like a Bettner, but a cup, the League Cup, FA Cup.
Like, don't get me wrong,
That's
Reece Nelson as well. I like Reece, and he's always pushed, and he's always tried to get in the team, and he's always tried to, you know, say, I'm going to fight for my place. I'm going to stick around. I'm going to do what I can. But he can only go so far. You know, great. He scored the winner the other week. Don't get me wrong, fantastic. But Nketiah had a good little run towards the end of last season, got his contract, and you just think now we need to go up that level. Arsenal need to take that next level. Martinelli and Saka, don't get me wrong, they're different breed, aren't they? Different breed. Do you see what I mean, though?
The only thing I say, there's two things I say here, right? And I think I said it on air today, right? It's incredible that Eddie Nketiah is probably third choice striker at the moment at the club now after what Trossard's done in the last 3 games. Let's be honest, Eddie Nketiah is now third choice striker because Trossard brings the best out of Martinelli, like Jesus brings the best out of Martinelli. Eddie's very much what you see is what you get with him. Do you know what I mean? He's a bit of a
sole striker, isn't he?
But he doesn't offer Martinelli and all them players and Xhaka the route to do what they can kind of do when you got Trossard or Jesus coming in.
Yeah.
So I look at the forward situation, and I actually think right, with Balogun as well, that if I was being ruthless, and if I was being really ruthless to get to the next level, I potentially sell Nketiah.
What about Balogun?
But it's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
Would you take Balogun over Nketiah?
I think Balogun's got a higher ceiling than Nketiah, if I'm being totally honest. I think we've always known that. I think Balogun's got the higher ceiling. The thing for me at the moment, though, is right, if you get another striker in, you're basically blocking all their routes because we've already got Jesus, who's our number 1 at the moment, and I can't see that changing at the moment. We've got Trossard, who's come in and proved that he can do the role. Yeah. And I just look at if you're then saying let's get Martinez in, who would be pretty much up there with Jesus competing for that first team spot, which would be unbelievable. I wouldn't be against it, but I sit there and I think, we could do a third choice, but it's either Balogun or Nketiah, unless we decide to maybe someone like Balogun. If a team like Palace stayed up, who do need a striker, do we then give Balogun another year in the Premier League? Do we give him another year in the Premier League? You've gone out and proved yourself in France. We've now grown to the next level. You need to obviously continue your development for another year. Go to somewhere like Palace on loan and make an impact there. And I think that could potentially. I think that that's more likely.
Option, doesn't it?
I think that's more likely. I think Nketiah will stay, but I think he will stay. But after, I think he's going to have to accept being at least third choice. In terms of Nelson one, sorry, quickly. I wouldn't even be looking at a right winger, mate, at the moment. I think I'd give Nelson a contract, right? Because we were saying
I'd give him a contract, but
he's in Saka's role is indispensable, though, isn't it?
That's what I mean. You're not going to.
He's indispensable. Like literally, Saka. I said it to you, Ryan, today. Saka is a fucking monster. Like people don't see it still. Like he's 2021. He's a monster, mate. He's going to be a monster for England. He's a monster for us. His position is untouchable in the club. So I think if you got someone like Nelson, who will just bleed for the badge, who will be happy to be his understudy, who can play on the right, who can play on the left, just give him a contract, mate. I don't see why we need to really go and buy someone when I think Nelson's got the capability to be a really good player, if I'm being totally honest. And I think he's better on the left. What I've seen in the last few games, I think he's better on the left than the right.
Yeah. And do you know what? I'll add to it. Martinelli, I think, is an absolute beast as well. I think they're both. And this is the
Monsters.
frightening thing. When have we had, for a long time, two wingers like that are literally, if your striker ain't scoring, you've got two guys that can
Good
change
goals
your
as well.
game. Like Martinelli's what is that, 5 in 5 now
5 in 5 and
today?
12 in all comps. Yeah.
Incredible. So
Hey, they're monsters.
I'm just buzzing. I'm buzzing.
They're monsters. Like, I don't even really get it. Like, do you know what? Right, we end up getting the better deal out of Trossard and Mudryk and Wise. Maybe not longer term, but for this Premier League season, yeah, right, to go and win the league, yeah, right. We've gone out and got the better deal in Trossard, in my eyes.
100%. I think Trossard and Jorginho, wicked signings, absolutely spot on, Premiership ready. Jorginho's a winner. He knows how to win. He wants to win. He's not come here to end his career. He's come here to win.
Yeah.
Like Trossard has come here to compete. He didn't come here to be second fiddle. And look at him now.
Well, it's like you said at half time. We attempted Jorginho, Champions League, Europa League, cup winner.
He's done it all.
He won all the European and world honours on that side of things for Chelsea. He's won a European Championship with his country as well, and been a key figure point of that. He's got that. So, obviously, in terms of winning mentality, you've brought an extra body in there, along with Jesus and Zinchenko, and obviously Partey's got a bit of experience of winning as well. And it's just breeding, having that knowledge. And as Liam mentioned earlier, last week against Bournemouth, he's there. If he's not playing, he's on the touchline. He's there, shouting, dictating, helping the teammates get through whilst he's warming up.
I know it's not the same. I know it's not the same, but David Luiz had the similar mentality on the sideline for screaming to go, come on. He got it, didn't he? He got it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he made a hell of a lot of mistakes. But when you saw the mentality, it was almost like, come on, push. He was on that sideline shouting. He wanted the best out of the team. But yeah, like I say, you got Trossard, who's assist king, and he just wants to play football. He loves it. He's just slotted in. You've got Jorginho, world honours and all sorts of stuff. And then you've got that Kiwar, who's literally come in, and his missus is a world-class twerker. Do you know what I mean? I think we've got everything. We've got everything.
Because that'll count for something we're lifting the trophy.
No comment.
Someone's in earshot.
Now you listen now. I'm saying someone's in earshot. We've got a new guy, and his wife's like, was she world champion of twerking?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know too much, to be honest.
Twerking.
What, a new player?
Yeah, you don't. We haven't seen what she looks like. To be fair.
I'm sure you haven't. No,
I haven't. But Liam sent me a picture.
Look, who needs enemies, man? I've got friends like you.
Mate, brothers in arms, mate. Brothers in arms.
Exactly. Now, to be honest, I think in the summer, the way I look at it now is, right, we're going to hit a new level and this is what I see in the process. So I thought it might start last year, but we weren't ready for it last year. This year will be the year when we start going out and just laying down big money on one or two players. We won't need to go out and make loads of signings like we have done in the past. Do you know what I mean? Because, like you said, if we do sell Tierney and get Tavares back, that's that position sorted. Tomiyasu doesn't leave. Pretty much right back sorted at the moment, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah.
Centre backs.
He won't leave. I can't see him leaving, to be honest. I think he loves it.
I think he might let Holding go in the summer. Because I think that'd be right for Holding in his career.
It's time for that. I think it's time for that, to be fair. Yeah. And make a bit of money out of it as much as you can.
Yeah, you'll still make a 10 to 15 million on him, wouldn't you? Yeah. You know what I mean? But we'll look at a right centre back potentially to bring into the club. But then you look at we know midfield's the area, but you look at up front, mate. All we need really is a striker. All we need really is it's either a striker. It depends how he wants to go. It's either a striker or another winger. But it all depends if he believes in Nelson and that, because we know he went in for Rafinha. And I'll tell you what, it still wouldn't surprise me if someone like Rafinha comes back up again.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be disappointed in that at all. What a player. And he's another one that plays across the front three. He just knows how to... He's another guy that's now got a bit of a sniff at winning something, isn't he? And he wants to come back over here and do it. And I think, it hasn't worked how we thought it would work. But Arteta loves a versatile player, doesn't he? So that's another one. But
no,
Sorry,
mate. She just asked me.
I'm asking. All right, don't tell him what I was asking.
She was asking because you heard the word Kieran. I thought you was going to ask me if Joe Willett was a former Arsenal player. She asked me if Kieran Trippier, Tottenham player, by the way, ex-Tottenham, was an Arsenal player.
Have a word, please.
How do you log out of this?
I think she got Trippier and Tierney kind of.
No, I read his name and it sounded...
England. He's England. You've probably seen him because of England.
That's why.
It's probably because of England you see him.
Someone in red shirt for England. I thought, he plays for Arsenal.
I recognise the name. It's the only football I watch is either England or
He scored the
Arsenal.
free kick in the semi-finals. That's probably where. That's where you remember him.
All it was that I recognised the name.
He's still a scumbag though.
Pipe down, you lot.
I'm not arguing with you. I wouldn't dare.
If Rafinha comes back to England, I think we got a good chance of getting him. I think we do look at him. I think there's definitely massive interest there, and I think he suits the system, and I think he would gel superbly in this attacking team.
No, definitely, mate.
I do, mate. I do think that. I do think he'll massively make a big impact. The other thing to look at as well is, right, because we've only really got, he could go down the option, couldn't he? Like, he might want to look for two, like, he might want to push Nelson over to the left as the cover if he gets Rafinha in on the right. You're definitely going to need the options next year, Champions League, mate, because it's not like the Open League where you can rest players. Champions League, you've got to go and play the best.
This is it. It's all about building the squad, isn't it? It's getting the quality in those positions now. We've got numbers, but we need to get the quality.
I see more someone like Rafinha getting signed more than us getting a striker. I just think that he'll stick with Jesus and Trossard.
I think we could see a Rafinha more than a Tillemans.
I fully agree. I think that he sees a bit Vieira. I think deep down, longer term, he sees Vieira and Smith Rowe in more that kind of Xhaka role.
He really likes Vieira.
And we're forgetting Smith Rowe, mate. After when he gets as a summer off, and he gets like a summer behind him.
Yeah,
that's a different player, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, imagine Smith Rowe on that Xhaka chance today. But the only problem is you lose that bit of physicality in midfield. That's my only concern. Like, Xhaka offers a lot of physicality in that midfield.
But you get another difference, don't you? You get another approach, and that's the thing. Like I say, with the versatility, he's got those players that when he looks at a game, he can go, well, actually, I could do with Trossard in there rather than so-and-so. He knows how to rotate a squad to work against the team he's going against, and that's where Arteta's head's really clever. So
Trossard's a mate. I tell you what, mate.
You love him,
mate. I do love him, mate. I loved it. I loved him even before he come to Arsenal. I knew I've seen what he's done against big teams, and only not saying only playing in Brighton, but there's a different mentality to play for Brighton than there is to Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you go away from home and score against all the big clubs away from home, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United, do you know what I mean? Liverpool. Like, therefore, he was doing that for Brighton, mate. So if he's going to do that for Brighton, look what he's doing for us already, mate. Like, with his assists and all that.
Yeah.
Wait till he starts scoring more goals, mate. I think he'll start getting on a run soon where he'll start scoring a lot of goals for us as well. And I think he's the kind of player, he's a big game player, and I think he'll score some big goals for us. And when I mean big goals, I mean big goals. Putting it out there now, mate.
Or D goal.
I'm putting that one out there.
I better shoot. It's my father-in-law's birthday.
Oops.
Ray. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Ray.
Happy birthday, Ray.
And I'll catch up with you soon, lads.
Yeah, no worries.
But no, I'll give you a message during the week, and hopefully I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to wrap things up now. Obviously, thanks, Joel, for coming along. And then obviously, happy birthday to your father-in-law. Everyone
He's
else in the chat as well.
He's
big up
better than the
yourselves.
mother-in-law.
You just said that live.
Right, she can't figure out what WhatsApp is. Don't worry about it.
You best hope Rachel doesn't see this.
I'll see you later, lads. Take
See you
care.
later.
See you there, mate.
See you later. And Liam as well, and Bobby. Big up to yourselves. Thanks. Obviously, bit upset Bobby, bit of good Bobby, bit of upset Bobby, but all the emotions of the game today.
Basically, yeah. First half was beautiful. Second half was hard.
Yeah, exactly. But the important thing was today we got the 3 points, got the clean sheet, and we've got our 5-point gap back, and we've moved on to Thursday now. And now I've got to see if Gary's available to host because I'm at the game. So yeah, I'll be at the game on Thursday. Back here, I'll be back here again then on Sunday for the Palace game, and then go from there. Thanks again, Liam, and
No worries, mate.
see you soon. Hopefully,
See you soon, mate.
Yeah, see you soon, and everyone else, as always, see you at about 6:30 UK time tonight for the women's game. Until then, as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.